Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, November 13th, 2023. We are approaching the end of an exhilarating NFL Week 10 that has been full of touchdowns, full of game-winning field goals, and everything. We had college football Week 11, which started with Jim Harbaugh receiving a 3-game suspension and ended with the firing of Jimbo Fisher. A whole lot happened in between, but that's where it starts and ends. And then the MLB offseason is heating up. Free agency is a hot topic right now in the streets, and we're definitely going to talk about it. So today, we're going over NFL Week 10 recap. All the games from Sunday, including Sunday Night Football, once it gets going. And then we'll be going through our MLB free agent predictions. So we've got 10 of the top free agents this offseason. We're going to predict where they're going. It's all right. It's not even a prediction. We know this is exactly where that guy's going, and that's what's going to happen. And then we'll go through all the college football stuff. Week 11 recap, our CFP top 10 next week in college football, and then we'll round it out with Stake Your Claim. Colin, are you ready to talk about this fantastic week in the NFL?
Absolutely, man. It was an exciting day today.
Oh, yeah. Very, very exciting day in the NFL. So let's go ahead and get it started. Colin, we start off with a little bit of a preview for everything. There was 60 touchdowns scored before Sunday Night Football. So buckle up. These are some long recaps, but not this one. We start off in Frankfurt, Germany. This game gets no recap. Colts versus Patriots. The Colts win 10-6, and I chose to watch Premier League soccer this morning instead of this game, and I made the right choice.
Yeah, this game was fucking awful.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
There was no thrown touchdown pass.
Nope. There was a rushing touchdown by Jonathan Taylor, and that's it. 3 field goals were the only other points.
More interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah.
So every quarterback that touched the field had an interception.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, that's 3 total quarterbacks that touched the field.
Yeah, Bailey Zappi with an all-time fake spike underthrown pass. And speaking of underthrown passes, Mac Jones' interception was 10 times worse. Like, I've never seen a receiver more open get a more underthrown pass.
Yeah, dude, that was horrible. And they got him benched as he deserved.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick was livid.
Who the fuck told Bailey Zappi to run a fake spike and thought it was going to end well?
The dude wasn't even open. He had 2 guys covering
that's what
him.
I'm saying.
Even if that ball's not over or underthrown, that's like it's not going to get completed either way.
Yeah. All things considered, Michael Pittman Jr. had a good game. 8 receptions, 84 yards. Demario Douglas, 6 receptions, 84 yards. Ramondre Stevenson had a decent game. 20 carries, 88 yards. Probably one of his more efficient games of the season. Yeah, overall, like, not much happening. A lot of defensive usage for the Colts. Zaire Franklin, 15 total tackles, 12 solo.
Yeah, what's crazy is that Zach Moss didn't get more touches. Like, they just absolutely almost just completely took him out of the game plan today.
Yeah, which was really weird. Like, didn't get a single target, out of the backfield and only got 1 carry.
Yeah, he's been playing too well to completely cut him out.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. But like the New England, just Mac Jones himself got sacked 5 times, but like New England couldn't even get to Gardner Minshew. He didn't get sacked once. Just an awful way to start off the week. But what a great week it turned out to be.
Yeah, but I'm good to just skip past this game because this game fucking sucked.
Yeah, this one's a waste of time. So we'll start with Texans versus Bengals, and Joe Burrow was acting like a stingray, hitting Trenton Steve Irwin in the chest with a kill shot. Touchdown Bengals. And then C.J. Stroud was singing nursery rhymes in the second quarter as he finds Tank Dell. He finds Tank Dell. Hi-ho the Dario. He finds Tank Dell, and the Texans tie it up at 7. Then the Texans have been dogging the Bengals on the ground, and they can't stop a Devin Singletary from reaching the end zone. Texans up 27, and then Joe Bowser finds a peach to Jamario Chase, and I wonder if he might – oh, God. I wonder if we might see a Nintendo lead switch. Get it?
Yeah,
the new Mario game. Super
Yeah,
Mario Wonder?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. D'Amico Ryans told CJ Stroud, let me see you do it. And he sees the Bengals defense open up and he goes right through it, left through it, right through it. Okay. Joe Burrow and CJ trade interceptions, and the Bengals start mixing it up as Joe runs one in for 6, and the Bengals trail by 3. And this weekend, Tyler wants to be a star Boyd, and he gets the 64-yard reception to set up the game-tying field goal. But the NFL doesn't pay for overtime, and CJ and the Stroud boys drive down the field, set up the practice squad kicker, Matt Amendola, who sinks the game-winning field goal, and the Texans halt the momentum of the surging Bengals. Texans win 30-27.
I'm convinced CJ Stroud's the best at just driving down the field in less than a minute.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
Like
there's no such thing. We say this about every single quarterback that's ever led a game-winning drive. You can't leave any time on the clock for CJ Stroud. And he's a
no,
rookie. This is literally his 9th game.
yeah, dude. And speaking of rookies, Tank Dell with 14 targets.
Yeah.
And then also, you have Noah Brown with back-to-back weeks with over 150 yards.
172 yards on 7 receptions in this game, and he didn't even get a touchdown.
That's absurd, dude. Like,
Crazy.
that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
but
the run game, crazy.
I'm very impressed with Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be honest, Damian Pierce is not going to have an RB1 spot when he comes back.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
It's going to be an interesting time when Nico Collins comes back.
But early on, it seemed like CJ Stroud was trying to throw this away, 2 early fumbles and then a pick later on, 3 turnovers, but that got canceled out by 356 passing yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Two total touchdowns because he rushed one in.
Yeah, but like down the line for the receivers on that team, like Dalton Schultz, 4 receptions, 71 yards. You already talked about Tank Dell, 6 receptions, 56 yards and a touchdown. But like he was kind of spreading it out. John Mechie gets 2 receptions. Mike Boone had 2 receptions out of the backfield. Singletary had a reception. Robert Woods got found. Robert Woods also almost had a touchdown, but he stepped out the back of the end zone. Yeah, just an all-around fantastic game by the Texans offense, and they only let up 1 sack that they didn't lose any yards on, which is crazy. Like Trey Hendrickson, I know he got a little bit banged up in that game, but still. And then on the Bengals side, you have 2 guys go off for over 100 receiving yards. Jamar Chase, 5 receptions, 124 yards and a touchdown, including a 64-yard touchdown. And then Tyler Boyd also had a long of 64. His not for a touchdown, but he had 8 receptions, 117 yards. And then Trenton Irwin with a touchdown catch, 2 receptions, 54 yards, and a long of 32 yards. Like Tanner Hudson, a great tight end in this game, 6 receptions, 33 yards on 7 targets. These guys were firing on all cylinders. Joe Burrow looked great, and Joe Mixon was okay. Got the touchdown that kind of brought it close, but all around, a good offensive performance by them as well, but the sacks killed them. They gave up 4 sacks for 33 yards, and it was clearly a difference maker in this game.
Yeah, and 3 of those sacks came from Sheldon Rankins.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan Grenard or whatever, however you say it, got the other one. But Sheldon Rankins to rack in 3, like, that's it. Like, well, that's insane. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then you have interceptions coming from DeAndre Houston Carson and Shaquille Griffin as well that were huge. So, yeah, just a insane game. And just what a way to start off in the 1 o'clock slate with these 2 teams, but multiple other great games. Let's get into the next one, Saints versus Vikings. This recap begins with our weekly plea for a mental health check on Alexander Mattison as Ty Chandler, the backup running back after Cam Akers went out, gets the direct snap and runs it in for the Vikings to make it a 10-3 game. Then Joshua Dobbie says he's no longer a house elf, and he runs free for the touchdown, 17-3 Vikings. And then they get in the holiday spirit as Dobbs hangs one up for TJ Stockinson and stuffs it in for 6. The Vikings are running away with it in the first half. Derek Carr goes down, and we get the Buccaneers' all-time touchdown leader and crab leg aficionado Jameis Winston in the game. He makes an immediate impact, finding Chris Olave for a crazy touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. They convert the 2-point conversion, and it is 27-11 Vikings. But Jameis Winston, though he may not be able to read a defense, he sure can spell as he throws it right at A.T. Perry for the touchdown. Now the Saints have life, only trailing by 8 with 11 minutes to go, but the Vikings shut him down, and Josh Dobbs balled out again in his second start. Minnesota 27, Saints 19.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs is almost perfect.
Yeah, he was
23
fantastic.
for 24, 268 yards.
Great.
And like we say every week, he gets his rushing touchdown. No matter what team he plays for, he gets a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it is absurd how good he is at doing it. And when it came to New Orleans, I did not expect Jameis to play that well. I know he threw 2 picks. He's always going to be even. He's always going to throw as many picks as touchdowns. That's what he does. But getting 2 touchdowns was huge. Like, definitely put them back in this game, which Derek Carr wasn't. He didn't really do much in the first half, and Jameis kind of opened it up a little bit, put some pressure on the Vikings, who had a really bad second half offensively, but defense turned up in like the last, 11 minutes and shut them down.
Yeah, I will say something that I was surprised is that Taysom Hill was almost a non-factor.
Yeah.
They did not use him today. And that's crazy looking at what he's done the past couple weeks that really help your team win.
Yeah, I agree. And also Alvin Kamara not getting the ball at all. He had 6 less carries than Ty Chandler.
Mm-hmm. That's insane.
Yeah, but TJ Hawkinson is showing out as Josh Dobbs' favorite target. 11 receptions on 15 targets, 134 yards, and a touchdown.
That's insane.
Yeah, crazy. And then Olave had a great game. He got the touchdown as well as 6 receptions, 94 yards. We talked about A.T. Perry, the rookie. His first career touchdown came in this game, and not many other guys having a huge impact. I will say Alvin Kamara, 7 targets, 7 receptions, 33 yards is pretty solid. Sunday Night Football has begun, and Garrett Wilson with a ridiculous reception. We'll talk about him later. But just a pretty solid game by the Vikings.
Yeah, I do want to correct myself. I read the stat line wrong. I said 23 out of 24. It was definitely 23 out of 34 for Josh Dobbs.
You know what? I thought it was the same thing. I also thought it said 23 out of 24.
I didn't realize until I was looking at TJ Hawkinson's receptions and targets. I was like, wait a minute, that does not add up.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck?
All right, stat correction. 34 attempts. What's about to happen? Oh, no.
I think
that was a forward pass. That's a shuffle pass.
Okay.
Back to what we were talking about. Vikings played a great game. Probably, I'd say one of their better defensive performances this season, though they gave up the 2 touchdowns to Jameis. The first half that they played against Derek Carr was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints O-line could not stop Danielle Hunter or DJ Wanham. So, but there was just a lot more pressure than normal. Usually this Vikings defense is one of the worst in the leagues. Harrison Smith really stepped up. Jordan Hicks really stepped up to really put constant pressure on those wideouts and on Derek Carr and Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it was a great performance by the Vikings, who have really turned things around. Considering Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's 5 straight wins for the Vikings to put them in second place in their division.
Yeah,
behind the Lions.
Yeah,
so they're putting themselves in great spot for at least a wild card spot in the playoff.
Definitely. But let's move on to the next game, Packers-Steelers. And the Steelers get it started on the first drive of the game as Harris says, Najee see me, Najee don't. And he appears in the end zone for the touchdown. But the Packers were hungry, and they resorted to Jameis Winston's favorite meal, Dubs. Jordan Love finds him in the back of the end zone for the score. Then Jordan Love tosses one deep to Jaden Reed and leaves the Steelers looking like Floyd Mayweather because they're defensive, but Reed beats them every time. Now a 4-point game after the missed extra point, and then 2 field goals from each team, but the game ends like a 2011 romantic comedy as the Packers' last attempt goes to KZ, stupid love, and the Steelers win 23-19. Did you like
Nice.
the crazy stupid love joke? Pretty
Nice.
solid.
It was okay.
I think it was pretty good.
But man, it's just like, when am I gonna stop putting my trust in Aaron Jones to be able to
Yeah.
put up points? Like,
AJ Dillon had a way more efficient day for sure,
yeah,
but also a long of
100%.
40, so 8 other carries to get 30 yards. So,
Yeah, but the Pittsburgh running game was absolutely efficient, hands
yeah,
down. You had Jalen Warren, 15 carries, 101 yards, and you had Najee Harris, 16 carries for 82 yards.
yeah, and
Both
each of
with
them get a touchdown.
exactly, like, that's
Yeah, that's
something
how
we're not.
this run game should work for Pittsburgh. Um, I think it's obvious that Kenny needs to not throw the ball a lot,
Yeah.
and he didn't throw a pick, though he didn't throw a touchdown, and nobody had a good game in the receiving game. It's still a much better complete performance for this team.
Yeah, also, I'm looking right now, Luke Musgrave, 2 catches from 64 yards as a
Yeah,
tight end?
crazy,
The fuck?
crazy stuff.
But, yeah, no, this is, like, a very weird game to keep up with
Yeah, it
because,
was.
you know, not a lot happening in the air for the Steelers, but it was the complete opposite for the Packers. Like,
Yeah,
the only way they could score is from the air.
yeah, like
Um,
Christian Watson, a tough day. 7 targets, 2 receptions. 2 of his targets were interceptions,
mm,
which sucks. One of them in the end zone, and one of them to keep the Packers alive at the end of the game. But yeah, just kind of a slow game, but solid defense from both sides. TJ Watt passed JJ Watt, I think, in I don't know if it was career sacks. It was some stat. TJ passed JJ in, which is pretty cool. And that was their only sack of the game. And the same on the other side, 1 sack for them. It comes from Preston Smith. But yeah, a solid game on both sides, just not the offense you're typically looking for, which
oh,
neither of these teams were going to ever bring you.
yeah.
But speaking of no offense, let's get into the next game.
Mm,
Titans
mm.
Buccaneers, and Baker makes a white boy connection with his running back, and Rachaad White does all the work for the 43-yard touchdown. And then Baker finds Mike Vick Evans, who dogs the Titans D and fights for the touchdown. The Titans fail to score a touchdown, and Mike Trout Evans' efforts get him MVP, Most Valuable Pirate, and the Buccaneers win 20-6. Great
That was
game by Mike
that was a good
Evans.
one.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
6
6 receptions.
receptions, 143, and a touchdown.
Absolutely. Yeah, and his 1 touchdown, man, he was dragging, like, 3 different people.
Yeah.
It was impressive as hell. But you wanna talk about inefficient, man, Derrick Henry's running game.
Ugh. 11 carries, 24 yards.
Don't forget about his 1 catch for -4 yards.
Dude, don't throw Derrick Henry the ball. That's bullying.
Yeah, that's why you got Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Tajay Spears, whatever.
Yeah.
But, man, Nick Folk I think as soon as he missed that field goal, the momentum for the Titans really just, like, went down.
Yeah. It killed him.
Because listen, if he makes that field goal, it's 7-6 going into halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Much closer game, even though 7-3 is still pretty close. But coming out, the Buccaneers put up 10 points to Tennessee's 0 points.
Yeah.
Like, the Titans literally kicked a field goal in the first, kicked a field goal in the fourth.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. They're now 0-5 on the road.
Yikes.
Brutal. But now I can say, because Luke tried to attack me on Friday's episode, trying to say that Will Levis had a bad game against the Steelers, which he did. He had a bad game. But this is a bad game. 19 for 39, 199, and 1 pick. He got sacked 4 times.
Yep. So we got 1 boom and 2 busts.
Yeah.
So far, did we just overhype Will Levis after 1 game?
Could have been the case. Gonna be honest.
He playing a pretty poor Atlanta defense. He was 1 guy had almost all the targets. DeAndre Hopkins against,
Guess what
really,
DeAndre did in this game? Got
I
8
think they have
targets, 3 receptions, 27 yards. That's the second straight game where I think he's had 5 more targets, or 5 or more targets more than his receptions.
oof, brutal.
Bad. Just
Absolutely
bad.
brutal.
And honestly, like, the defenses weren't amazing in this game either, but the Buccaneers defense just played as good as they usually do, and they shut down the run game. So that's the biggest thing you have to do against the Titans, and they did it. So yeah, the Buccaneers win it 20-6. Rather uneventful game. So let's move into pretty eventful game. 49ers versus Jags. The Jags on a hot streak. The 49ers looking to turn things around on a 3-game losing streak. And Brock gets the Purdy started. And Brandon says, anything you can do, Ayuk can do better. The Niners with an early lead, 7-0. And then Brock Purdy throws one deep to his tight end, and the Jags secondary gets Kittle cooked for a 66-yard touchdown as the 49ers chip away at the Jags' 5-game win streak. Deebo Samuel L. Jackson receives the handoff, and the hitman follows his bodyguards to the end zone for the touchdown. And then Purdy rolls out to the right, sees that the juice is on the loose, and finds Kyle Juszczyk, who drives through the Jags like a Ford Bronco for the 6. And the domination is complete. The 49ers win 34-3.
At one point at the end of this game, it was Sam Darnold versus CJ Beathard.
Yeah. That's
But Christian McCaffrey's touchdown streak does come to an end.
Yeah, tied for the record at 17.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Sucks.
That's horrible.
Is Christian McCaffrey washed?
is he out of his prime? Question mark.
His prime ended on the bye week.
just so y'all know, we're not being serious. Christian McCaffrey's still the best running back in the game.
He still had 16 carries for 95 yards, and he had 6 receptions for 47 yards. He's fine.
Yeah, like he's gonna get a touchdown next week.
Yeah,
so
he's not Alexander Madison.
All you gamblers, just have faith.
Yeah, keep betting that anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah, they got fucked this week.
But this was Kittle's week. Oh my
yeah.
God, 3 receptions, 116 yards, and a touchdown.
Ugh.
Wild. Christian Kirk had a great game though for the Jags, despite how bad the team was. He had 104 yards, and as a team, they had 162 passing yards.
Yeah. Talk about washed. Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, Calvin Ridley has been very inefficient and cannot get open.
Yeah, like he's struggling this season. He's had 2 good games, I think.
Yeah, he had that week 1 was insane, I think.
Yeah.
And then week 3 or something, he was crazy good. But yeah, it's just it's interesting.
Talk about insane. I know you got to check out Devontae Adams' one-handed catch right here.
Oh, in traffic too. Damn. It's a good-ass game so far.
Yeah.
Highlight plays-wise, it's a good game.
Yeah.
I also need him to not catch the ball, even though I have a huge lead in fantasy.
Yeah, you're chilling.
Look, he's got 4 players. They could combine for 90 points to get the comeback.
Probably.
We'll see.
Probably. But yeah, overall, complete domination for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence had a stinker. 17 for 29, only 185 yards, and 2 picks. So, not the best.
Yeah, now the Jags have all 3 of their losses this season come at home. Crazy. But let's move on to arguably one of the best games of the week. Browns versus Ravens. And on the second play of the game, Kyle Lewis Hamilton tips Watson's pass to himself, and the Browns are not Verstappen him now, and he's off to the races for the pick 6. And then East Carolina Pirate Keaton Mitchell says, I'm the captain now, as he sets sail for the 39-yard journey to the end zone. And fuck it, I'm running back a joke from earlier. Lamar and Odell, hi-ho the dairy, Lamar and Odell. They connect for a 40-yard touchdown and a commanding 24-9 lead. But as per usual, this is a Browns game. So say it with me now. Hunt, punch. Hunt, punch. Hunt, punch.
Hunt, punch. Hunt, punch.
Hunt, punch.
Yes.
Kareem Hunt from 3 yards out gets the Browns their first touchdown of the game, and Deshaun gets the 2-point to make it a 7-point game. And another regular of the Second and Short NFL recap, makes his appearance as the Gus Bus makes another stop in the end zone for the third consecutive week, and the Ravens take a 31-19 lead. But Deshaun Watson always wants more, and he finds him. Elijah catches the 10-yard touchdown, and they start to bring it back. On the next drive, Greg Heffley Newsome makes Lamar look like a wimpy kid as he picks it off and takes it to the house. But the Browns miss the extra point, and Lamario Lopez and the Ravens think they've been saved by the bell, but Dustin Hopkins is too young to remember that show. He drills the game-winning 40-yard field goal, and the Browns take down the storming Ravens 33-31.
Ooh, great game.
What a game.
Great game.
Just
the
absurd.
first drive, Deshaun Watson, man, I thought this shit was chalked.
Yeah.
But then old Deshaun Watson came out and played fucking phenomenal.
Which old Deshaun Watson?
I'm going to throw back at Clemson Deshaun Watson.
Okay, cool. There's a certain old Deshaun we don't want in the game.
Yeah, no. But dude, it's like, is it time to start taking the over on anytime touchdown for Kareem Hunt? We're getting Hunt punches every week.
True. Same for Gus Edwards.
Also, look at Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
Look at his long, real quick. Yeah. Now look at his total rushing yards.
But he had a touchdown.
It's not very good. But he also had a catch for 32 yards.
Yeah, 3 carries, 34 rushing yards on a long of 39, but the rushing touchdown. And, the catch, a 32-yard catch as well. Zay Flowers, redeeming himself a little bit this week. 5 receptions, 73 yards on 6 targets. But really, the Ravens didn't have to do much. It seems like they would have run way more plays on offense considering they had 31 points. But I think the Kyle Hamilton defensive touchdown early in the game just kind of kept them off the field so long at the start that it seems like the Browns were just on the field so much more.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Time of possession wise, the Browns were on the field for almost 10 more minutes than the Ravens.
Damn.
Jerome Ford, a fantastic game. 17 carries, 107 yards, a 6.3 average with only a long of 28. Deshaun really didn't do all that much. A lot of moving down the field was done by Jerome Ford and also just getting into good territory with the 2 picks off Lamar. But Amari Cooper, a great game, 6 receptions, 98 yards.
Yeah, same with David Njoku, 6 receptions, 58 yards. Both of those receivers on 9 targets.
Yeah.
So, we know who Deshaun's favorite guys are, but it's nice to see Elijah Moore start getting worked in a little bit more as that wide receiver too.
Yeah, and we had on the defensive side for the Ravens, Jadeveon Clowney with 2 sacks, Dafe Owe with a sack, and Justin Madubuike with a sack. And then for the Browns, you had half a sack, I believe, split between Greg Newsome and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And then Zadarius Smith split one with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett also got one on his own. But, yeah, just a really good game. And, of course, Greg Newsome with the pick 6 and Kyle Hamilton getting a pick 6 in this game. Fantastic defense, but also you get the points that you're looking for out of a crazy AFC North rivalry.
Yeah. Is it time to check Myles Garrett for steroids?
Maybe.
The dude's just doing non-human things. He looks insane on the field.
He does. And, he's not even getting that many sacks. 9.5 is quite a bit. But
it's the pressure.
Yeah.
The amount of pressure he puts on. Lamar was scrambling all day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It was a crazy game to watch for sure. But yeah, the Browns end up taking it, and now the Ravens fall to 7-3. Let's move on to the next game. Just bad.
Do we have to?
We do, because I wrote about the game and we have to talk about it. The Falcons versus the Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right, well, Taylor Heineke wants his first pair of victory Jordans with the Falcons, so he links up with Scottie Pippen Miller for the touchdown to get things started in Arizona, and Matt Prater kicked 2 field goals to bring the game within 1, but Arthur Smith finally pulled his head out of his ass and lets Bijan run free in his home state. Bijan punches one in, makes it 14-6, and the Cardinals, doing their 50 Cent interpolation, after Kyler kept one and took it to the house saying, mini man, mini man. And after some field goals, Clayton Tune entered the game on the goal line just for the QB sneak, and he converts it for the Cardinals' lead late in the third. Taylor Heineke goes down with injury, so in steps Desmond should have got rid of you when we had the chance, and he runs one in to make it a 1-point game, and the Falcons fail the 2-point conversion. And then Kyler assumes the role of IGL. Trey McBride team wipes, allowing the Cardinals to rotate to field goal territory and sets up Matt Prater for the final kill cam. Cardinals win 25-23.
This is so bad.
Yeah, it's the fall of the Falcons. This is Arthur Smith's job right here. Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it. Kyler comes back on the same weekend that COD launches. Yeah, he's going to play good.
Yeah.
But come on. This is a game we should have won.
Yeah.
It's the fucking 100%. Arizona Cardinals, man.
Yeah.
They
literally, they lose that game, they still have a good chance at the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Now, you're actually contending with it.
Yeah, right?
Because the Bears are going to take the Panthers' first pick. The Bears have 3 wins now because they beat the Panthers. So you're kind of you can't win another game this season if you want number 2.
What, they think they still got a shot in their division or something?
Fuck no. They have no chance.
Yeah, no, not at all. But, of course, we lose when Desmond Ridder comes in. So,
yeah. I wouldn't say it was his fault. Heineke was not great.
No, not at all.
But Bijan had a fantastic game. 22, 95 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, some inefficient running. But
I wouldn't say. I think he just didn't break off a lot of long ones. His long was only 17.
He's just had a lot of, run up the middle, try to get 3 to 4 yards.
Yeah, which works for me. That's what a running game's supposed to be. You just need a better passing game to fix it. And Heineke just simply didn't throw the ball down the field.
Where's Kadero Hodge? Where's
Kadero Hodge? Honestly, where's Jonnu Smith? 1 reception, 1 yard on 2 targets. Kyle Pitts, I swear to God, this is the best game he's had this year. And I know he caught a touchdown earlier this season, but he got 5 targets. It's unheard of.
Same amount of receptions as Drake London.
Yeah.
Something's cooking in Atlanta. Kyle Pitts about to have a breakout.
No, I don't think so. But Trey McBride, he's a real tight end. 8 receptions, 131 yards. Woo.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, fantastic game for him. But, yeah, just it's a shitter, man. Sucks.
Real shitter. We don't have to talk about it anymore if you don't want to.
Yeah. Shout out Nate Landman with the pick. Also, Younghoe Koo, still best kicker in the league right now. He's only missed 1 field goal all season.
Yeah. Great. Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hail Southern.
You almost said Hail State.
I almost did say Hail State.
Mississippi State, my guy.
Mississippi State. All right. Next game, though.
Cowbells in your head right now?
Yeah, okay. This is a long one.
Oh,
long recap here. Lions versus Chargers. And like an episode of iCarly, Gibby carries and takes it 35 yards and then punches it in for a 1-yard touchdown. And the Lions lead 10-3. Back like he never left, Gibby finds himself on the 1-yard line again and punches it in for another touchdown. But Justin Herbert must have seen the trailer for the new Good Burger sequel as he finds Keenan and Kel Allen to get the Chargers back in the game. And fun fact, in 2022, Montgomery, Alabama had a violent crime rate of 514 per 100,000 citizens. But David Montgomery beat the odds as he murdered the Chargers defense on a 75-yard touchdown. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin Eckler was a stone cold runner in the final seconds of the half as he breaks through for a touchdown. Justin Herbert threads the needle to find Jalen Guyton, I don't know, to tie the game at 24. I didn't even write a joke about him because I don't know how to say his name. But the Egyptian god of the sun and air, Amen-Ra, must have been hot to the touch as he flew through the Chargers defense untouched for 6, and the Lions retake the lead. Then Quentin Johnston gets free on 4th and goal, reels one in to tie the game back up with his first career touchdown. And then Jared Goff finds his backup tight end as Brock goes right for the end zone, and the Lions regain the lead. Justin Herbert finds Tim Allen for 6, and the Lions may be in big trouble, but the Lions remain the last man standing, and Riley Patterson drills the game winner. Lions win 41-38. Wow.
Give it!
Yeah, what a game by the running back tandem in Detroit. 12 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown for David Montgomery. 14 carries, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Jahmyr Gibbs, who also pulled in 3 receptions for 35 yards.
Yeah, this was the running back duo the Lions have been waiting to see all season.
Yeah, but they also had a fantastic passing game. Jared Goff, 23 for 33, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, a lot of threes. Yeah, just crazy. And Amon-Ra, 8 receptions on 9 targets, 156 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Not a single sack in this game.
Yeah, by either side.
And both have really good defenses.
Yeah.
And not the best O-lines. I would probably say Detroit's O-line's better than the Chargers O-line.
Yeah.
But, when you have, Khalil Mack, Kenneth Murray Jr., Eric Kendricks, Derwin James, Joey Bosa.
They got 5 tackles for loss, the Chargers did.
Yeah.
So I give them that, but
they just couldn't get Jared Goff down.
Yeah, but the Lions literally made 1 tackle in the backfield, and it was 1 tackle for loss, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The Chargers had a game plan to stop that defensive line.
Yeah.
So kudos to them. But
too bad they didn't have a game plan to stop the offense.
Yeah, dude. Detroit Lions 7-2 on the season. They're 4-1 on the road.
Yeah, it's a wild.
This is a great fucking team.
Yeah, they just have ballers all over the place.
Yeah, and it's they're one of their losses was a big hiccup against the Ravens.
Yeah,
that just
and the Ravens are a good team too.
Exactly, dude. So are the Lions second best in the NFC?
It's hard. It's hard to say.
Or I guess right now
by record they're technically not because the Eagles only have 1 loss.
Yeah, that's why I said the second best.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to decide.
We'll have to see come playoff time.
Yeah,
because if we look at it, let's look at the Lions. Rest of the schedule right now. They got the Bears next week. Dub.
Yeah.
They got the Packers next week. Should be a dub.
Yep.
They got the Saints. Dub. Bears again. Dub. Broncos. Dub. Vikings. Might be interesting.
Yeah, might be interesting. Probably a dub.
Probably a dub. But then you got the Cowboys.
That one's hard. We'll have to see where the Cowboys are at that point in the season.
And then you got the Vikings again.
Which they're going to, if anything, they split. They either split or sweep those.
So they're winning their next 5. No questions about it. And then possibly their next 6. And then you got Cowboys, Vikings. So they're winning. I probably have them winning their last 7 of 8.
Yeah. I'd say you take 1 loss between the Vikings and the Cowboys.
Yeah. And as of right now, I'm going to put that against the Cowboys because the Cowboys are just playing pretty well.
Yeah.
So they have a cakewalk into winning this division.
Oh, yeah. They do.
So, yeah. Sorry. The Lions are definitely going to dominate the NFC.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, but let's get into the next one. The penultimate matchup. Giants versus Cowboys, and the CeeDee Lamb show is on in Dallas. On the first drive, Lamb reels in a beautiful one-handed grab, and then later in the first quarter gets the handoff and takes it 14 yards to the house. But Jake Fergie says, "Don't stop the party," and Dak says, "Don't you worry," as Prescott finds the former lead singer of the Black Eyed Peas for the score. I'm running out of Black Eyed Peas jokes and Fergie jokes for Jake Ferguson, so we better stop scoring touchdowns. But the Cowboys did a job swap as Dak served up a treat for Cooks in the end zone to take a 21-0 lead. But Dak must have been hungry after that one. He must have seen a Wendy's behind the end zone, so he ran it in to make it 4 for number 4. Then Tommy DeVito scored a touchdown, but who the fuck cares because Dak saw Michael galloping down the sideline and they connect for a 35-7 lead. CeeDee Lamb does it in the air too with his first receiving touchdown and second touchdown of the game. And the Giants got hit by a Rico charge as Dowdle powered his way through the goal line for the 49-10 lead. Tommy DeVito threw another touchdown. Who cares? Not me. Cowboys win 49-17.
Jeez, bro. We want to talk about the 49ers Jags being a dominating game. This was insane.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Grayson, I'm going to read you off the total yards between the two teams.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, 640 total yards.
Cool. Very hard to achieve in an NFL game.
The Giants, 172 total yards.
Bruh. It's bad. It's bad. Straight up.
Dallas, 32 first downs. The Giants surprisingly had 16 first downs.
Not bad.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
But what the fuck, bro? Dak, what are you on?
Dak was on some other shit. He starts off the game with a pick.
Yeah.
And then just gives up. He was like, nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. With it being a division game, I honestly thought he was going to throw for like 2 picks. Like, I called it. I was talking to the FedEx driver earlier. I was like, he had a Cowboys jersey on. And I'm like, listen, Dak's throwing 2 picks. Get over it.
You were wrong. They pulled him out and they let Cooper Rush throw it.
And where the fuck did Brandon Cooks come from? 9 receptions for 173 yards.
I think I was quoted on this podcast saying he was useless on this team.
I dropped him for a reason, and then he comes out and does this shit?
Yeah. Well, if you would have kept him, he definitely would have been on your bench, and then you would have cried a little more.
If I would have kept him, he would have broke his leg in a matchup, because that's just what my team does.
Only if you put him in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, 9 receptions, 173 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 11 receptions, 151 yards and a touchdown. Michael Gallup, 2 receptions, 70 yards and a touchdown. And then Jake Ferguson gets a touchdown as well.
Yeah, and also, is Tony Pollard losing his RB1 spot?
Dude, he might. Rico Dowdle runs so good. He's a hard runner. He's the Isaiah Pacheco type.
Yeah, it's like Tony Pollard just continues to have these games where he's just doing nothing.
Yeah, like this is just a perfectly average game for him. Like he didn't get a single target, first of all, but 15 carries, 55 yards, 3.7 average is fine. It's not bad, but it's not like desirable. It's not Rico Dowdle.
Tommy DeVito had a better average than you, my guy.
Okay, well, Tommy DeVito ran half the amount of times, and they aren't expecting him to run. But Saquon had a stinker to start. Like for a while, he had like 1 rushing yard. He ended up with 66, but still not a great game from him. Nobody caught more than 34 yards. Nobody had more than 3 receptions for the Giants, and we don't have to talk about their defense.
Bro, did Darren Waller even get a target, or is he hurt? I think he's hurt.
I think he's hurt. I think he got hurt last week.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. No. They were still going to lose, and they certainly did.
Yeah, it was insane. And look, let's see, did Micah Parsons get a sack today or no?
I think they had him pretty locked.
He didn't even make a tackle.
Yeah, they had him locked.
Did he even play? He might not have played.
Yeah, look, I've been watching these games on YouTube TV Multiview. I can't see who makes plays. I just know they happen. But the guys that did get a sack, rookie Mazzie Smith, then you had Neville Gallimore, Dorrance Armstrong, Sam Williams, Dante Fowler Jr., and DeMarcus Lawrence.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, solid.
And look,
solid stuff.
It's not a game without a Deron Bland interception.
Yes, sir. Spicing things up.
Was that 3 weeks in a row now with a pick?
I think so.
Insane. Well, Dallas is trying to fight back to that top of the division, but Philly's holding that 8-1 lead on them right now. But Dallas bumps up to 6-3.
Dallas has a solid route, though. They've got to win some big games later, but the next 2, maybe 3 weeks are locks. You got Panthers, Commanders, Seahawks. But then you got to run the gauntlet. You got to really run the gauntlet here. This is like you win all these games, you're winning the Super Bowl. You got Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions straight up. Back to back to back to back.
Listen, and you're at Bills and at Dolphins.
Yeah, on back-to-back weeks.
But then they got to go to Washington and Washington plays the Cowboys pretty tough.
They do.
Like, those division matchups are nothing to just squeak by.
Yeah.
We saw how the Commanders play the Eagles.
Yeah.
The only automatic win in this division
is the
is
Giants.
the Giants.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Calling Atlanta United just got eliminated.
Oh, what was the score?
4-2.
Well, we gave up like 2 goals at like the very start of the match.
Yeah. All right, we're not talking about the MLS. That was a flop on this podcast. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the final game of the recap. Commanders versus Seahawks. And Brian Robinson finds himself on a small island, and you can count on Sam Howell to see a toll as he tosses one to his running back and takes it to the end zone for 51 yards. But they missed the extra point. And though this game wasn't in Germany, Kenneth Walker had the Commanders reading 9 on the back of his jersey on his 64-yard receiving touchdown. And then Sam Howell finds who other than Antonio Gibson for the game-tying touchdown, and you can lock it in. Tyler Lockett makes a tough grab in the end zone to regain the lead with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. But Sam Howell finds De'Ami Brown to tie the game at 26 with 52 seconds left. At DK, he has it his way, and he pulls in a catch for the big gain that sets up Jason Myers to hit the game winner, and Seattle wins 29-26 in another thriller. Three touchdowns in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
You really don't want me to talk about this game, Grayson?
Why not? Jahan Dotson had a great game, right?
2 targets, 0 receptions.
Brian Robinson, though, receiving 6 receiving yards, 119 yards.
What?
6 receptions, 119 yards and a touchdown for Brian Robinson. And then their second leading receiver, Antonio Gibson, 5 receptions, 42 yards and a touchdown.
Like, I get it. Reek Woolen was all over Jahan Dotson, matched up with Devin Witherspoon. But 2 targets, man? Not a single catch. Run a screen. Let him get at least 1 point, dude.
Nope.
Oh,
it's too bad. But Sam Howell had one hell of a game. 29 completions, 44 attempts, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. Didn't throw a pick. Of course, he got sacked 3 times, but that's just what he does.
That's
2 carries, 17 yards. Fantastic game.
Geno Smith was just better.
Yeah, Geno Smith was better, and that's kind of why they won. 31 for 47, 369, 2 touchdowns, no picks, got sacked once, ran for 13 yards, but his receivers had great games. DK Metcalf, 7 receptions, 98 yards. Tyler Lockett, yeah, he still had 5 more targets, but Tyler Lockett, 8 receptions, 92 yards and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, of course, his 64-yard receiving touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a solid game, 4 receptions, 53 yards. But, yeah, look, the Seahawks just kind of got the ball at the end. That's how they won. What just happened?
Wow. Breece Hall tried to hurdle somebody, and he smacked his knee right on the helmet, and it just looked so painful.
Why is it every single time I look up, one of Ronnie's players is fucking scoring points?
I don't know, but yeah, this is a great game. I know that's about all we can say about it, you know?
Yeah, like shout out Boye Mafe for getting a sack. I talked about him as one of my underrated players in the NFC West going into the season.
Yeah, Leonard Williams had a great game, reeling in a sack. Defense for Seattle really held strong when they needed it. But for the most part, it was just an offensive game.
Yeah, it was. And it was a great one. And all right, let's talk about the game that's on right now then. We've got Jets Raiders. It's about just at the beginning of the second quarter. It is 6-3 Jets.
Yeah, so our reactions don't ignore the score.
No. Okay? Yeah, they don't represent anything that's actually happened in this game.
Zach, touchdown!
Oh baby. Running
Zach
it in
Wilson.
From 26 out?
That was nice.
Hell yeah, Zachary.
Aaron Rodgers is like, damn, that young boy can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, did he step out? Oh, he's out.
No.
He's out.
No way.
Was that out? Dude, that's
Wait.
so
White
close. That
cleats.
is
Oh shit. He
that
might be
is
out. He
that's
might be
oh
out.
that's gonna be a touchdown for Brees Hall then.
Yeah, he's out.
No.
They're gonna call it.
Damn, but that's so close. That was a good ass run though.
Yeah, he didn't even really need to get that wide either.
No.
Oh, that sucks. He
Yeah,
definitely
that
stepped out. It's under review.
was he definitely stepped. 23 yards.
Or no, it's not even under review. They just spotted him out.
Yeah, 23 yards.
Damn. That's tough. But hey, Zach needed to do that. And right now he's 7 for 10.
Yeah,
Not
it was
bad.
actually 20 yards.
Okay.
It would have been a 23-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Stepped out.
Yep.
Oh, they got Brees Hall lined up in an I formation, so here we go. It's about to be Brees Hall.
Give it to the fullback. Come on.
Oh, Brees Hall.
No.
Ooh.
Did he get the touchdown?
Oh, there's a flag. It's coming back.
Let's go.
But he absolutely
he got through standing up. That's crazy.
Oh, that's a holding. Bring it on back.
Let's go.
Bring it on back.
Let's go. Make Zach Wilson throw the ball. All right. Well, back to the game that's happening outside of what's actively happening, since, why would you need live updates when this is not a live podcast? But, yeah, Aiden O'Connell, tough start. Lost a fumble. Or no, he fumbled, picked it back up himself, but he did throw a pick to Jordan Whitehead. And, yeah, not much else has happened. Daniel Carlson, 1 for 1 on a 41-yard field goal. Greg Zuerlein, 2 for 2, long of 53. Yeah, well, I get if there is any updates, we'll give them to you.
I will say, wide receiver ones are going early right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, 5 receptions on 67 yards. You got Devontae Adams, 4 receptions on 59 yards. Like, that's really where all your yards are coming from.
Yeah, they got to lock up Devontae. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ronnie's got him?
Yeah. Can't let anything get out of hand.
Still no sacks yet. Yeah, we'll see where this game takes us. The Jets should get in the end zone here. But it's the Jets offense, so you never know.
Yep. We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll give you guys updates throughout the game. But for now, Colin, you want to talk a little bit of baseball?
I'm always down to talk a little bit of baseball.
Hell yeah, man. Because the stove's heating up. Stove is hot. And
burning.
We're going to go through a list that I kind of compiled myself. I kind of looked at some online lists of the top 10 free agents available this offseason. And we're just going to give you their destination. We're not guessing. We know. We're locked in with all the other MLB front offices. We're just, talking. Yo, you getting Shohei? Nah? All right. Cool. That's how all the conversations actually go. They don't ever actually tell us the answer. But, Colin, let's start with Shohei Ohtani. Where's he going?
Okay, don't hate me for this, but he's going to LA. He's going to the Dodgers.
Yeah, he is. He is. There is, first of all, there's 0% chance he goes back to the Angels.
No, not at all.
There's no way the Mets or Yankees throw enough money at him.
The only other team I could see him going to is the Giants.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him go to the Mariners. I just don't think that is going to work.
Not at all. So, yeah, I think Shohei's going to be in that white and blue come opening day.
Yeah, unfortunately. Think about that. It's literally going to be Mookie Betts leadoff, Freddie Freeman batting second, Shohei batting third, I guess?
Ooh, maybe JD Martinez 3.
Well, JD's a free agent.
Oh, shit.
He might leave.
Oh, dude, I don't know. But here's the thing. So Shohei is expected to hit come opening day, but he probably will not pitch again till 2025.
Yeah.
I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, and maybe he just won't pitch at all. There's no telling. But I can guarantee you that he's going to get a better contract, but probably in the similar year range as Judge. Judge got a 9-year deal. I think Shohei probably gets a 9-year deal as well, considering not only he hits at an elite level and is a pitcher at an elite level, but he's also a year younger than Judge was going into this free agency. So I think that gives him an upper hand with his age, and therefore, he could be looking at something probably from 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
But personally, I think what I would do if I'm one of these teams, I'd be front loading the shit out of these contracts.
Yeah.
If anything, because there's no telling if by even 2026 he's still throwing the ball. There's really no telling. You got a DH, you got possibly an everyday right fielder with Shohei Ohtani. Just right now, he can't be throwing. Maybe try him out at first base. Do a little Bryce Harper.
What?
Even though they have Freddie Freeman on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But, I think you could try some things out with Shohei this year. Move him around the lineup a little bit. Maybe let him hit some leadoff. Like, the Dodgers have a very fluid lineup. People can move around a lot. So just see what happens. But yeah, he's definitely going to the Dodgers. No doubt about it.
Listen, Shohei first moved Freddie over to third. Remember the little stint Freddie plays some third? Yeah, Dodgers do that, so your infield's shit.
Yeah, still can't find a fucking shortstop.
Yeah. Fuck
Gavin Lux when he finally gets back from that dumbass injury he got. All right.
Get out of here.
Okay, enough. We're going to start saying vile things about human beings. Okay, let's talk about another Japanese player. He hasn't quite made it to the MLB just yet, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 25-year-old pitcher, coming over to the MLB. This guy has immediately captured the attention of everyone. The guy's won, I think in the last 3 seasons, he's won the Triple Crown for pitchers in the NPB. The last 2 seasons, he's been the Pacific League. I think it's the Sawamura Trophy, which is the equivalent of the Cy Young in the NPB. Like, this guy has been unbelievable. And I think he's going to the Mets.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Go play with former teammate Senga.
Yeah.
Dude, that rotation is gonna be filthy.
Yeah. But see, it makes a lot of sense for him to go to the Mets over a lot of other teams. First of all, Angels are for some reason listed as a team that every pitcher is interested in. That's not going to happen. The Angels are not picking up actual MLB like top tier pitching. But I think Yamamoto works for the Mets because, first of all, they're trying to rebuild a little bit, like a soft rebuild is what they're doing right now. So they're picking up draft picks. They're picking up young players. He's only 25 years old. Steve Cohen says he wants to win by 2026. That puts him at 28 when they win a World Series. That's pretty perfect. Gives him 3 years to warm up, But also, you get rid of DeGrom last offseason. You get rid of Verlander and Scherzer at the trade deadline. Well, they got rid of somebody else too, I think, right?
Who is it?
They got rid of a couple other pitchers as well over the last year or two.
Oh, we're looking at the Mets, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I mean they traded away a lot of bullpen.
Yeah,
I know that
too.
Chris Bassett.
Yes. Yeah, they got rid of Chris Bassett. But yeah, like they have their pitching rotation totally needs some help. They have Senga now. Get his former teammate in Yamamoto, and you're gonna be set up pretty well. You're trying to build. To me, you need to rebuild that rotation first because you haven't lost a lot of the hitters. Pete Alonso's probably gonna stay now. Lindor's locked up. That's all their hitters.
Daniel
Sorry, fuck you, Brandon Nimmo.
Danny Berger. Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, fuck him. He sucks. Fuck. Dude, his nickname's a flying squirrel. That's lame as fuck. Yeah, I think Yamamoto's going to the Mets, and so does Colin.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's
it just makes sense.
It does. It does. Next one, though, pretty interesting. I'd like to know where you think. Blake Snell.
Here's the thing. I think, like you said, I think the Mets got to build that rotation. I think he's going to the Mets.
Interesting. So I'm in a different boat, but kind of for a similar reason. I think this team is kind of doing a quick rebuild where they're going to spend some money They already spent some money on their manager, the Cubs. Stroman probably walks this offseason. I don't mind them letting him. But Justin Steele, I believe, will still be there. And, you're still going to have guys like Kyle Hendricks. But you need, strong strikeout stuff if you have Steele and Hendricks in that lineup. Obviously, Blake Snell does that for you. Yeah, he gives up some runs. But when you look at, after he started off 1-7 this past season, horrible, a 5.32 ERA, ended the season from July to the end of the year with a 1.35 ERA.
Ooh.
You put that in a Cubs jersey, first of all, they make the playoffs. Second of all, when you add in the guys they're going to pick up this offseason, the young talent they already have, this team is going to be very good if they can get some bona fide starting pitching. I think Blake Snell would be the perfect target.
Yeah, I like that. The way I look at it with the Mets, probably looking at a number 2 guy right here. Senga's probably going to take over the number 1 spot. But the Mets aren't really known for dominant lefties.
Yeah.
I think the last dominant lefty I could think is when they had Glavine for a little bit.
That is the last one I can think of as well.
But
yeah,
you had people like David Peterson and stuff like that who just suck.
Yeah.
But to pair
Megill,
with
lefty,
I think he was righty.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant.
I don't know. I feel like you said the Mets. The first thing they got to do is build their starting rotation because that's the thing that's going to keep them in ball games the most. So they got a lot of good prospects that can come up and hit and build that young offense. So if they build their pitching now, they're looking at another strong contention in the East.
Yeah, the only thing that kept him away from the Mets for me is that he is getting up there in age. I think he's 31 now? 30?
Yeah, but it's another thing, like a veteran presence. They don't really have a veteran pitcher.
That's fair.
So it's probably not going to be a lot of money, not like a shattering deal.
Yeah,
but someone that can help lead the youth in that rotation. Like Senga's still young. They bring over, what was it, Yamamoto? Is that his name? Yeah. Bring him over, and you still got some young arms coming up. Listen, I think this is a perfect fit for him.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I think it's just hard to get both of those guys in the same offseason.
Yeah.
But let's move on to our first hitter of the list, one of the few hitters of the list, Cody Bellinger. I think there's a very simple choice here.
Yeah, but my heart wants to say otherwise.
Okay,
but
well, I think he's going to the Yankees.
He's going to be in pinstripes at the end. They need hitters.
They need it because not only is he an asset, obviously he just hit over 300 this season, which is absurd. But he can play first and he can play center field. That's big. You can rotate him around a little bit if you need, and they need to. I don't think Rizzo is that good anymore. Kind of platoon him a little bit. Let him play some DH. Let him play some first base. But when he's DHing, put Cody Bellinger at first.
Yeah. And, he can still go out in the outfield, too, if you need him.
Yeah. Obviously, right field's kind of locked up. But, always put him in left or center. Left, maybe not. He's a lefty.
And let him hit Yankee Stadium, bro. His offensive numbers are just going to go
lefty?
up.
And it's Cody Bellinger at Yankee Stadium, dude?
Yeah. Pair him up in the lineup next to Aaron Judge, and you'll be fine.
I think if he doesn't go to the Yankees, he stays in Chicago.
He re-signs with Chicago, or a long shot signing.
He's not going to the Braves. He's not going to the Braves.
That's why I said
we don't need him at all.
It's a long shot. You
Where is he going to play?
Rosario. We cut we let Eddie Rosario walk.
Okay.
He can platoon between DH and outfield.
He's going to play left.
He can.
I'd rather him not.
You'd rather him not, but he can.
Whatever. We got Marcel, bro.
That's why I said it's a long shot. Grayson, that's why I said it's a long shot.
It is a long shot because it won't happen.
Listen, man.
You know what's a long shot? A 101-yard touchdown. Those don't happen. You can't. All right. Let's go to the next one, though. Another starting pitcher. Aaron Nola.
Okay.
I think he's re-signing with the Phillies. I don't see him going anywhere.
I see there. Oh, dude, my heart wants to say he's re-signing, especially because it's 2 straight years going deep into the
Yeah.
playoffs. But I think there's going to be a team that's just going to give him a better offer,
Who is it?
and I think he's going to Boston.
Oh, interesting.
Another team that's got to rebuild their starting
Yeah,
pitcher.
for sure.
So they have the hitters to do it.
Yeah.
Like, they have hitters. I think Red Sox are a sleeper team that's gonna really put some money down on some starting pitching.
I agree. I think that's a good shout. I don't know if they're going to get the top tier, though. That's my only issue with Boston. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to be willing to go out and spend that much on starting pitching. Just because
Yeah.
it has come back to bite them now,
Yeah.
like with Sale, not being very successful for them. And,
I just think, like,
numerous other guys they've gone out and got.
a guy like Aaron Nola, I can see the Boston Red Sox really putting the money down to
Yeah.
get them, for what I would say, he's probably veteran status now
Yeah, for sure.
and really, really leading, a Boston team in a strong, AL East division. Like, they have to get pitching if they wanna
Yeah,
compete.
I agree with that for sure. Because, like, look, Aaron Nola is just a great player. Like, he's 30
Yeah.
years old now, which doesn't seem like he's that old. Like, it doesn't seem like he's been
He
around
pitches
that
like he's
long.
23.
Yeah, but, like, when you look at it, like, he really just turned up starting in 2018 and hasn't really slowed down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, he's a guy that you go out and get because he can pitch deep into games. He's going to stay healthy just about every year. Like, since 2018, he hasn't, outside of 2020, of course, he hasn't started less than 32 games.
Yeah.
That's amazing to have on your team. Since 2018, he's finished top 7 in Cy Young voting 3 times, though he's never won a Cy Young. He's just a great pitcher, especially in the
Yeah.
second half of the season. He always turns up.
Yeah, I think he had one bad start in the postseason
Yeah.
against the Diamondbacks in that last series.
Yeah.
Other than that, he was flawless. Like, he almost shut out the Braves. He absolutely cooked who'd they play in the Marlins. Absolutely shut them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think he stays personally.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This is my first one where I couldn't decide on a landing spot.
All right, well, I got one.
Josh Hader. I have 2.
Yeah, 2 potential. First one, go to the defending world champions.
Yeah.
The Texas Rangers.
Yup.
The other one, Philly's gonna keep building that bullpen.
Ooh. Interesting.
You got some older guys that are probably gonna split after that season.
Yeah.
Fighting some injuries. Josh Hader adds to a definitely lethal bullpen in Philly.
Interesting. Guess where I also have him going is my second one. I have the Rangers. It's the other one. Who needs a closer that's a whole lot more consistent?
The Atlanta Braves?
Yeah. Fuck it. He's our bitch.
Yeah.
He's our bitch. You better come home to daddy.
Yeah, come on. You know you want to pitch, Truist. Come on.
Come on, Josh.
We'll put Rafael as our setup guy.
That's what I'm saying. He worked very well in that role with Kenley as our closer.
Yeah.
Get an even better closer with Josh Hader. And that way you have the righty-lefty.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Shit.
Think about it. Tyler Matzek's going to come back next year.
Oh, nuts on the face. Just boom.
Literally, think about it. Like, your starting pitcher needs to go 5 innings with that bullpen because you can go AJ Minter, Tyler Matzek, Raisel Iglesias, and Josh Hader night after night.
Woo! I love it.
Yeah.
Do we think it's going to happen?
Fuck no.
It's a long shot.
Yeah, but the next guy, there's a chance. There's a chance that the next guy goes to the Braves. Sonny Gray. I think it's either the Braves or he re-signs with the Twins.
Okay. I like that. He's another guy that could contend with the Cardinals, the Mets. But, Grayson, I've heard some rumblings. Baltimore Orioles.
Interesting.
Solidify that 5-man rotation.
Yeah. Especially with John Means being back.
But I think he's going to St. Louis.
Okay. Interesting. Kind of replacing Adam Wainwright.
Yeah. I think so.
I don't know, man. I know that the Cardinals were just very bad all of the sudden. It doesn't seem like that's going to change.
Yeah,
It seems like there's fundamental issues with that team.
I think it's some coaching mistakes too.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Do we want to talk about our next pitcher?
Next pitcher, who we got?
Jordan Montgomery.
Okay, I like this. Yeah, the Atlanta Braves.
He's staying with the Rangers.
Hey, he's going to the Atlanta Braves.
Why?
Listen, yeah, we re-signed Charlie Morton. Do I think that's a smart option? No.
I'm okay with it considering his production, but we have to go out and get a starting pitcher that's better than him. He needs to be fifth in the rotation if he's going to be in the rotation.
Exactly. I like adding another lefty to the starting rotation.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Because we got Max Fried only, and then we're just righty heavy.
Yeah.
Mainly because, I mean, we switched between Strider and Fried being our one. Say we throw Max Fried at the one. Yeah. Then that's righty, 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 righty.
True.
Like, hear me out. Strider 1, Fried 2, Kyle Wright when he's back at 3, Jordan Montgomery at 4, Charlie Morton at 5.
Why don't you just go Fried 1, Strider?
I think Strider. I think Strider's gonna take over. And
I don't know. I like the idea of having like a very controlled, go out there, get you 7 innings, 2 hits.
Well, here's the thing. Later in the year, we saw that from Strider. Like, we were seeing long
innings. But we were also seeing a lot of, like, he'll pitch 7 innings, get 13 strikeouts, and give up 4 runs.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I think AA takes the chance and goes and gets this guy.
I think that's what Sonny Gray is. I know he's a righty, but I think he's the guy that they go out and just snatch him up because he's just been so good for the last however many years.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, I don't mind Jordan Montgomery. I just think with how much of a factor he played on this team, they win the World Series. I think he's the kind of guy that would stay. It's his first season there.
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah,
I know there was one thing Jordan Montgomery was one guy I was watching the whole season, knowing that he was free agent. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, man, I want this guy. He's probably one of the most consistent pitchers that was in the season.
In
the MLB this year.
For sure.
Like, I think he had 2 outings during the regular season where he pitched under 6 innings.
Wow. Yeah. He was great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got 2 batters to round it out. We'll start off with one that's more of a fielder. Matt Chapman had an amazing start to last season offensively, like one of the best. Slowed down hard for the rest of the season. But he's on the move. I don't think he stays in Toronto. What?
May I speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be in pinstripes along with Cody Bellinger.
I think so as well. They need a third baseman.
They need a fucking third baseman.
And one that's much better at fielding than Josh Donaldson.
And much better at hitting, too.
Yeah.
Matt Chapman's not just going to hit a home run and then strike out his next 10 at-bats. Like, I think Matt Chapman's someone that they should, 100% spend whatever he asked for.
I agree.
To go get. Because you're getting Gold Glove potential.
Yeah, and like a 255 to 275 average.
Yeah, and when he's on one, he's a silver slugger all day.
Oh, yeah.
The man has great offensive presence.
Yeah, he's literally he's a silver slugger platinum glove.
Yeah.
Every year. 100%. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the Yankees almost have to go out and get him.
Yeah, I agree. So, listen, that's 2 batters right there that the Yankees go out and get. Cody Bellinger and Matt Chapman.
Yeah.
I like that. So it's cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Are they still going to miss the playoffs? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But they might look a little bit better, and Luke might hate them a little bit less.
They might miss the playoffs in, the last week of the season. All right, well, the final guy on the list, we can talk about a couple more if we want, but Jorge Soler, big DH power, still not too old yet. There's so many places he could go. I don't see him staying in Miami.
No, not at all.
He's got to go somewhere that's really ready to win right now. I think, look, Skip Shoemaker did a great job with that team this past year. They made the playoffs. It was a fantastic story. It just still didn't seem like the pitching was figured out yet. It's going to take some time to do that. I think Jorge Soler just moves on.
Yep. I got 2 potential landing spots that I think are going to fight for him.
Okay.
Number 1, Boston.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Fenway, short
fence,
left field, and Jorge Soler loves to pull the ball.
Agreed.
And, more offensive power to help platoon with Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
Because the man's just getting pitched around. Number 2, take my man to Seattle.
Ooh, interesting.
Keep building that offense.
Yeah.
Seattle's going to be a sleepy buyer come this offseason.
Hold on. A sleepy buyer?
Sneaky buyer.
Okay. I thought you said sleepy.
I definitely said sleepy,
okay,
but
cool.
I meant sneaky.
I thought you meant kind of like a sleeper.
No.
Okay.
But like technically, yeah, they're gonna be bidding on a couple of their lower end guys.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
They might make some sneaky.
Yeah.
Lay down some money.
I think that if they do go after DH, it'd be JD Martinez.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If they were to go out and to get Shohei first, JD might stay.
Yeah, that's true. If Shohei doesn't go to the Dodgers, then yeah, JD will stay.
Yeah.
But he has no role if he doesn't.
No, yeah, not at all.
For me, the spot I'd like Jorge Soler to go to is Baltimore Orioles.
Ooh.
At DH, just a bona fide designated hitter. They have outfielders, they have infielders, everything else is locked in. They need a guy that just goes out there and hits you 35 to 45 home runs from the DH spot.
Interesting.
Yeah. Look, Cedric Mullins, his home run power is certainly slowing down. And a lot of the young guys coming up aren't power hitters. You've got a lot of just good hitters. Adley Rutschman, good hitter. Gunnar Henderson, good hitter. Heston Kjerstad, similar thing. All those guys that have come up aren't going to be hitting for, just 40 home runs a season. Maybe they'll tap 30 here and there. Those are 20 to 30 guys every year, I think. Jorge Soler, it gives you this whole other dynamic. Because, who was playing DH for them this season? Santander?
It was flipping. So you had Santander, you had Ryan Mountcastle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. I think Austin Hayes played a little DH. They sort of just swapped out, and whoever needed a break from the field, they put in the DH.
Yeah.
So if I like that pick, because if they can get like a solidified DH who only has to worry about hitting, Jorge Soler is perfect for that.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you have to get rid of guys either. Because Ryan Mountcastle is kind of like the DH on this team because Ryan O'Hearn plays a great first base and he had a great season last year. But if you I feel like you could choose one and trade the other.
I think
because I'd rather have the impact of Jorge Soler than the impact of either of those two at DH.
Yeah, I think this year we're going to see a lot more trades for Baltimore's offensive players.
I think Santander gets sent off
to get more pitching.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep building that bullpen because you don't know what Felix Bautista is going to be like coming off that injury. Yep. You got Cano, who is awesome, but how long can he keep it up? You want to look for those more long relievers and setup guys that could really help out.
And that's where trades come in a lot. You want to trade for those guys. You don't really pick those guys up in free agency a lot.
Exactly. So they got the depth to go out and get it.
So I think you ship off. To me, I think you ship off Santander. Mullins has already kind of lost a step in center field. Move him to the corner, and then either Kjerstad could take one of the corner outfield spots as well, or obviously Jackson Holliday comes up and plays center field.
Ugh.
Scary, dude. It is.
That dude is so good. He's gonna be so good.
Yeah, he is. But that's the end of our list. Any other? I'm just gonna hit you with some quick fires. Just some other guys. Marcus Stroman. What do you think?
Marcus Stroman. I could see him. Cardinals or Red Sox.
Okay, I'm thinking Cardinals or Angels.
Okay.
Angels are a possibility just because they're gonna have money to spend. Not that they're gonna spend it on a ton of guys.
Ooh, no. I like the Reds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like Reds.
All right. What about Jeimer Candelario?
I think he stays.
Okay.
I think he stays with the Cubs. His production shot up when he went to Chicago.
Yeah.
So
I think if the Yankees don't get one of Cody Bellinger or Matt Chapman, they could go after Candelario.
yeah,
He was a guy they showed interest in him at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I like him. I like him staying.
Okay. You think Joey Votto is going to retire?
Joey Votto, yeah, he's done.
Okay.
If anything, they keep him just to keep like that veteran presence for
Yeah.
Spencer Steer.
All right.
What about Eduardo Rodriguez? Where do you think he's going to go?
He's interesting. I wouldn't mind him coming to the Braves. We talked about wanting a left-handed pitcher. He'd be a great one.
I think he goes Giants.
Oh, yeah. I think he goes Reds.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But
also you could have a potential spot with the Marlins too, because Marlins are still going to be looking to build some pitching.
Yeah. Okay. Let me make an offer to you. I know you said you want Bellinger on the Braves. Lourdes Gurriel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll take him 100%.
Yeah. I would love to have him in left field.
Steer Pilar. Yep.
Yeah.
You're not touching again.
No. I know Lourdes is 30 now, but bro, last year career high 24 home runs, drove in 82 runs, 772 OPS. I'll take that every year out of my left fielder on this Braves offense.
All-star. And went to the World Series.
All-star World Series participant.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's a free agent this year?
Yeah. He was on the last year of his deal when he got traded.
So listen, if I could see AA going after him.
I genuinely think he's a big option. But
you're telling me we could have an outfield of Lourdes, Michael Harris, and Ronald Acuna?
Yeah, or Teoscar Hernandez.
I'm actually okay with that. I don't really want him.
Okay.
But
he definitely slowed down a little bit this past season, but he had like a couple of good, like really good months.
Yeah, I could see him, going to, like a Pirate or like a Twin.
Okay.
Something like that.
I was thinking the Brewers.
Someone who's really, because Mark Canha just signed to the Tigers.
Yeah.
I could see that, but like the Pirates who are slowly rebuilding and everything, need a McCutcheon-like player who
agreed.
Everything like that. So
I can see it. I got two more for you. Whit Merrifield.
Ooh, Whit
Merrifield. Big utility.
Dude, it's gonna be weird. I like the Mets on that.
Okay. So just because he can kind of move around everywhere.
Exactly. Like, he can really fill in for like a Jeff McNeil, who if they want to ship, get rid of Jeff McNeil or trade him off, you can.
And also both of them kind of do the same thing. They both can play second base. They both can play corner outfield.
And they hit for average. That's really about average. But what Merrifield does it a little bit better than Jeff McNeil.
Yeah. Okay. One more. Jack Flaherty, 28 years old.
Oh, he only signed a 1 year with the Baltimore Orioles?
Well, he got traded.
No, he got traded, and that was his last year.
I've got a sneaky one.
Listen,
a team that's not very interested in free agency much.
I got two.
Okay.
One, Tampa Bay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Actually,
yeah.
Tampa Bay could be sneaky because you got Tyler Glasnow who just can't stay healthy.
Same with Shane McClanahan. Can't go through a full season healthy.
And here's the thing, I think
neither Jack Flaherty, so it's not good.
If the Dodgers do not get Shohei, I think they keep JD Martinez and they go and get Jack Flaherty. Build their rotation because their rotation is what killed them.
Yeah.
They're at the end of the season.
Kershaw is going to sign back, right?
He should, but I don't know. His age is getting up there, so you never know.
Could he go to the Rangers? From Texas.
Kershaw?
He's from Texas.
So you're telling me DeGrom, Scherzer, and Kershaw all in the same rotation?
3 of the best pitchers of our generation.
Oh!
All way past their
What?
primes. Just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Still, dude, imagine being a Ranger fan. You're like, oh shit, our 1, 2, and 3. Boom, boom, boom. Like, what? It'd
be safe to say If you go and get Kershaw, you're not getting back Jordan Montgomery, and you're not getting Josh Hader.
No, but listen, if you have those three, you're guaranteed one Tommy John surgery that year.
Yeah.
One person who's just gonna, like, his hip's gonna pop out of place.
And one of them's gonna be great.
And one of them's gonna cost you a win in the playoffs.
Probably. Other notable guys though, Aroldis Chapman, CJ Cron. It's not one to sleep on.
CJ Cron could be interesting.
Yeah.
He could definitely go somewhere like the Giants, the Brewers.
I'd love to see him on the Mariners, but I don't know if they're going to move Ty France from first base.
I don't think so. Or, he's another one the Mets could go after.
Yeah.
Even though they have
Pete. If they trade Pete, then yeah. If not, I don't see it.
Play the corner outfield spots though. So
that's true. That's true. But yeah, those are the notable guys. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw, like we kind of brought up. Mitch Garver, not really a big time guy anymore. So yeah,
I think he stays.
Yeah. Technically, Julio Urias is eligible for free agency.
Santa Fe County Jail.
Yeah. California State Penitentiary.
Beautiful.
Getting a huge bonus. You got an extra roll a day. All right, Colin, let's get into one of our most enjoyed segments of the week.
College football, baby.
Yes, sir. And it's week 11. We are hurtling towards the end of the season in college football. And let's do as we always. We'll start with the ranked matchups. Number 2, Georgia, 52 points over number 9, Ole Miss, and they're 17 points.
Holy fuck.
Wow. It's crazy.
This game was close in the first quarter.
It was a 14-7 ball game, and then it was 28-14 at half, keeping it even, kind of.
Yeah.
And then Georgia just ran away with it in the second half. Crazy.
Bro. Kendall Milton took this game away. 9 carries for 127 yards. What the fuck?
Crazy. And Carson Beck had a great game, too. 18 for 25, 306, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brock Bowers made his return in this game. Didn't really have to do much other than catch a touchdown because Ladd McConkey was running elite routes. Oh, my God. 4 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Dominic Lovett, 4 receptions, 77 yards. Just a ridiculous game by this Georgia offense.
Yeah, well, I think it can really be said. Well, Malachi Starks had Trey Harris on absolute lock, bro. Yeah. That's your best wide receiver, and he's coming out of that game with 2 receptions for 12 yards.
Yeah, it's insane, dude.
Like, that's horrible.
And they shut down I wouldn't say they shut down Quinshon Judkins. They shut down Jackson Dart, who's been one of the more explosive quarterbacks in college football this season. They shut him down to 10 for 17 with 112 yards and an interception. He ends up getting hurt. Spencer Sanders comes in. Doesn't really do much either, but Quinshon Judkins still had a great game. 22 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not very efficient, but getting the touchdowns really helps him out.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the Georgia team everybody knows. Like, this is the dominating. The defense is locked down. The offense is explosive. Yeah, this is a scary team.
I want to take us back to last year. Do you remember?
No, it's not better. It's not better than last year.
No. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm saying the narrative is exactly the same. Yeah. How are they one of the top teams? They aren't beating the bad teams. And then they play Tennessee last year. And like those games down the road for them were huge. Yeah. Big wins. And all of a sudden everybody's like, wow, they are pretty good. That's what Georgia is doing. Shit. You had Missouri. Now you have Ole Miss. Next week you got Tennessee, who we're going to be talking about right at the end of right at the beginning of the upsets. Just crazy.
Yeah. Listen, Georgia, this is what happened when you put them at 2. This is what happens. Like, Kirby Smart fucking grabbed Lane Kiffin by his little ass visor. It's just
they both wear visors.
Yeah, but Lane Kiffin's hair is fucking horrible with his visor.
Kirby at least has a solid head of hair.
He's just beating the fuck out. Like, this was I'm scared to play Georgia. I honestly am. Like,
yeah.
You asked me
did
2
both
weeks
of
ago.
them clinch the SEC championship game?
Yep.
Okay.
SEC
Okay, so
matchup
that's
is
set.
set.
Yeah. Scary. It's a scary one for you.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be a great fucking game.
I think it will too. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, overall domination for Georgia and Ole Miss. You know, you put up a fight, but man, you just can't compete.
Yep. All right, names.
Oh shit! Oh, dude, I backed out. Oh, give me Dejon Anthony,
Zawari Walton.
Ashanti Sistrunk,
Suntarine Perkins.
Isaac Oku,
Samuel Impemba.
Akello Stone.
Nice. Well, Chaz Chambliss.
Okay, I like JJ Pegus.
I feel like you didn't say that right.
Pegwis.
I don't know. What about Nazir Stackhouse?
Yeah, that's a solid name.
Solid.
Schmal Mondin Jr.
That's solid. All right.
And then you just can't look over Oscar Delp. Delp's just a fucking
Delp is a sick ass last name. And also Marcus Rosemy Jackson. Fantastic as well. But let's move on to the next game. Another top 5 team in action. Number 3, Michigan, 24. Number 10, Penn State, 15. No Jim Harbaugh on the sidelines, which is all people were talking about. And you had their fill-in coach while John Harbaugh's out there fucking crying after the game, doing like a tribute to to Jim Harbaugh as if he just dies.
Yeah.
But like actually crying on the field, and like Blake Corum's walking up. He's like, what the fuck is going on? But Blake Corum deserved all the spotlight this week. J.J. McCarthy, your Heisman hopes are over. Blake Corum, 26 carries, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, J.J. McCarthy's bum ass, 7 for 8 for 60 yards.
He didn't throw a pass in the second half.
Yeah. And it was a close game.
Yeah, like that's absurd for them not to throw a pass in the second half.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, it doesn't help that Drew Aller was worse.
Yeah,
he folds in big games. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like 10 for 22 for 70 yards and a touchdown.
This game sucked. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it that much. Michigan fucking.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about. Like
you squeak by a horrible offense and an average defense.
Yeah. Like, Penn State ran the ball pretty well, but so did Michigan. Like neither of them obviously threw the ball very much, but yeah, it was just a weird game. Blake Corum got fucking beat up.
Penn State might be the worst number 10 team ever in the history of college football.
I don't know. Ole Miss, number 9.
I think Ole Miss could walk in and beat Penn State.
Yeah, 100%. I think the offense is just enough.
Yeah, like I think it's.
You got to commend Penn State's defense though for not giving up more points to Michigan.
Yeah, well, all they had to do is just set up against the run.
True.
They tried their best against that. J.J. McCarthy sucks.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy does suck. It's now Michael Penix back in Heisman number 1.
Yeah,
I don't think he was ever out of it, but yeah, no, we're not even doing names for these teams. Next is number 5, Washington, 35. Number 18, Utah, 28. Utah had them. They had them early.
You just skip over your team or something?
We're doing ranked versus ranks.
Ranked versus ranks.
Or I would have skipped over Ohio State to start. But
yeah,
Utah had them for a little bit. It was 28-24 at the half, but then Washington came out in the third quarter and ended the game with 11 points. Only points of the second half were there 11 in the third quarter. Michael Penix, a fantastic performance. 24 for 42, 332, 2 touchdowns. Dylan Johnson, a fantastic showing. 23 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. But obviously Roma Dude's a fantastic game as well. 3 receptions, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's insane.
And here's the thing. He only had a long of 44.
Yeah.
So that's like...
He was getting like 30-something plus every time. And it was only 3 times.
That's like 40, 40, 30.
Yeah, and 2 of them were touchdowns.
I guess, yeah, here, hold on. We can figure out what...
Yeah, you can figure this out. But I would like to talk about Alonzo Tuputala, I believe is how you say it. he had a pick six, I think, or a fumble recovery.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I think maybe he had he had an interception. He took it back 76 yards and fumbled it on the 1 yard line.
No.
Yeah. He was going and he did that classic thing. Nobody around you thinks he's already in the end zone because he's looking up in the stands and just drop it behind you. And Utah picks it up. Or no, I think Washington got it back. Or maybe no. Utah picks it up. Yeah, Utah picks it up and then they get sacked for a safety. And that's what made it 35. Just a ridiculous game. But yeah, Bryson Barnes didn't have a horrible game. Just the 2 picks killed him. For Utah, 17 for 30, 267, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. They just couldn't run the ball. It sucks, but yeah, they could not run the ball. Jaquindon Jackson did okay, but 10 carries for 29 yards, not good, but the 2 touchdowns help. Let's do some names.
Oh, perfect. I lied. Alfonso Tupatale.
Yeah, that's the guy that fumbled.
Yeah.
What about Fatui Tuatele?
Roma Dunze.
Yeah, that one's solid.
Tybo Rogers, bro.
That guy's got 3 U's in his last name. Voi Tunuufi.
Sione Vaki.
That one's good. I would assume.
All right, I'm done.
Sion. All right, yep. Next game. Yeah, number 14, Missouri, 36. Number 13, Tennessee, 7.
Ooh.
A fucking blowout in Missouri.
I'll tell you, Missouri's good.
Dude, Cody Schrader, 35 carries, 205 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, but he also caught the ball 5 times for 116 yards.
Fucking 321 all-purpose yards for Cody Schrader.
Oh, dude.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Like, to run the ball 35 times and average over 5 yards per carry, almost 6 yards per carry, is insane. Then you have 23.2 yards per reception.
Yeah, when Tennessee's leading rusher was Joe Milton. Just going to say that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they can't run the ball.
No, Jalen Wright's horrible. Jabari Small's horrible. Dylan Sampson's horrible.
Yeah, and so is Joe Milton.
Yeah, Joe Milton's even worse.
Yeah, he did the same thing I talk about every time, where he just overthrows receivers on short plays. I don't get it. Maybe he's too tall. Maybe he's too strong. Whatever it is. Maybe he needs glasses. He cannot hit a receiver that's under 20 yards out.
Yeah, so for everyone saying that Tennessee's going to upset Georgia, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, Tennessee has no fucking chance.
It's not going to be close.
Yeah, like, think about it. They couldn't stop the run against Missouri. What tells you they're going to stop the run of Kendall Milton after what he just did and Dajon Edwards?
Like, it's wraps, man.
Yeah, it is. And they couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, it's wraps. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. Donico Slaughter.
Oh, we're going back to some Mookie Cooper.
Ennis Rakestraw Jr.
Luther Burden III.
That's a good one. Gabe Judy Lawley.
Theo Weiss Jr.
Yeah, I just looked at that one.
Brett Norfleet.
Tamarian McDonald.
McAllen Castles.
All right. Yep.
I win.
Oh, what about Johnny Walker?
Classic.
Yeah, classic. What about Realist George Jr.?
All right. I like that. Did you already say Gabe Judy Lawley?
Yeah, that one's solid. Yeah. All right. Well, you repeated one of mine, so I win.
Fuck.
All right, let's get into the upsets. UCF, unranked UCF. Listen, 45. Number 15, Oklahoma State, 3. Whoa.
All y'all can go listen to last week's episode when I literally said UCF is going to win. They have the home game. Yeah. Oklahoma State, they don't like playing in Florida. They hate it. UCF about to whoop that ass.
Yeah,
y'all
John
go listen.
Reese Plumlee, 11 for 18, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns. and he had 74 rushing yards. But R.J. Harvey, 24 carries, 206, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Holy shit. What a game for UCF and the defense. Alan Bowman threw 3 picks for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that's crazy. Two of them to Damari Henderson.
Yeah, and their leading rusher had 25 yards. Ollie Gordon, who's been fantastic all season.
Yeah, not a great game for the Cowboys.
Yeah, UCF was crazy. 4 tackles for loss. They sacked Alan Bowman once or twice, I think.
Just once.
Yeah, just once, and still, wow, just not making long enough reception or not making long enough completions, and also not spreading the ball enough. 4 guys caught a pass for them. Then again, 5 guys caught a pass for UCF, but John Rice Plumlee only attempted 18 passes compared to Bowman's 36.
Yeah, that's yikes.
Yeah, crazy.
Yikes.
But yeah, Oklahoma State goes down.
John Rice Plumlee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best name. 100%. There's nobody beating that. I'll just throw one out there, I guess. Damn. Oklahoma State got some boring ass names.
Yo, defensive player for UCF.
I win. Hudson Cack.
Oh.
Punter.
Damn.
Can't forget about him.
Do you got Tremont Morris Brash?
Yeah, that's all. Walter Yates III.
All right,
Quadric Bullard.
We're done.
Second to last on defense for UCF. Quadric. That's a sick ass name. Bro has to have big quads. All right, next game. Texas Tech, unranked, 16. Number 16, Kansas, 13. A game-winning field goal for Texas Tech seals this one. Just a low-scoring game, of course, but just a solid defensive effort by 2 Big 12 teams.
Yeah. Kansas is trash.
Yeah, Cole Ballard was so bad. I believe Jason Bean is their starting quarterback. I think he went out really early.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Not a good game. Really for anyone. Texas Tech wasn't great either, other than Taj Brooks, but then again on Kansas' side, Devin Neal, 19 carries, 137 and a touchdown. Taj Brooks had 33 carries, 133 and a touchdown. But those are the only 2 guys that really had great games. Duran Bradley had a pretty solid game receiving, 4 receptions, 91 yards, but this is college football. If you want to have a good receiving performance, you get 120.
Yeah.
Shout out CJ Baskerville, 11 total tackles, 10 solo.
Great name, too.
Yep. What about Dadrian Taylor Demerson?
I like that. Quentin Skinner.
Nice.
Baylor Cup.
Braylon Lux.
Coy Eakin.
Josiah Pierre.
Jason Bean.
Cornell Wheeler.
I like Jason Bean.
Yeah, Jason Bean's solid. What about Kobe Bryant? R.I.P.
Oh, God, we're done.
All right. Now we get into our ranked matchups. So all the top teams, well, the top 10 teams. Ohio State. Unfortunately, number 1, Ohio State, 38. The clusterfuck that is Michigan State, 3.
Fucking shit show.
Yeah, your quarterback had less than 100 yards. Your leading rusher had 52 yards, and your leading receiver had 23 yards. Wow. Kyle McCord had a good game. But let's be honest, it was really Marvin Harrison Jr. had a good game.
Yeah.
That man was making some ridiculous catches. And
same with Cade Stover.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of sucks that Emeka Egbuka has been useless this season.
Yeah, right. His draft stock is definitely just.
Yeah, they've been, obviously they target Marvin Harrison Jr. a shitload. Like the guy's probably going to go like number 2 overall. But like Emeka Egbuka has like first round talent, and they're just not targeting. Yeah. Same goes for Julian Fleming. Great player, not getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Cade Stover's been getting it a lot.
Does Egbuka have the chance to stay?
I think so. He might.
He should.
But then again, I think Cade Stover and Julian Fleming can't even go to the draft yet.
Yeah, but let Egbuka be a legit wide receiver 1.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
But yeah, this game is
this game
boring.
sucked. We'll go
Michigan
one
State's so
name
good.
for each of us. You got to pick a good one. I got Davidson, Igbinosun.
Okay, I like that. Let me get Michael O'Shaughnessy.
Solid.
Fuck it, classic.
Straight up ginger.
Yes, sir.
All right, number 4, Florida State, 27, Miami, 20. A hard fought game. It was close. It was really close. You can't tell me that Washington had a better win. So don't try that. But yeah, look, Jordan Travis had a great game. 19 for 31, 265, 1 touchdown. I wouldn't say great. Good game. Got sacked a lot. But Trey Benson had a solid game, especially, considering the 2 touchdowns. It just seemed like Keon Coleman was getting locked down. And I got to talk about a guy that we talked about going into this season, as at least I did. I don't remember if you brought him up, but was going to be one of the best defensive players in the ACC. Cameron Kinchens had a fantastic game here. He was applying so much pressure to Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson in this game. Like, it was ridiculous. So Cameron Kinchens had a great game, but Jacoby George in the receiving game was awesome. They shut down Xavier Restrepo to 6 targets for no catches. That's insane. Restrepo's been one of their best all year, but Jacoby George kind of made up for his absence. 5 receptions, 153, 2 touchdowns. But Tyler Van Dyke has to come into the game as Emory Williams stretches out, gets the first down, and his arm got shattered. Shout out Kalen DeLoach. Been awesome this season. He has another great one, 10 total tackles and 2 sacks. But a lot of questionable refereeing, questionable replay. So you have the safety.
That was a safety.
You have what should have been a safety. I don't mind it. I think it was a great call.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, motherfucker. I'm sure you do.
And then you also have the missed targeting call, where the guy literally had his hands down on his side, bent his knees, and loaded up and led into Jordan Travis's head with his head. That is just the textbook targeting. Can't launch, can't lead with the helmet. He did both. And then they're like, nope, didn't target. Crazy. Yeah, like this game was insane, but yeah, shout out to Francisco Maui-Goa. 2 sacks, 2.5 tackles for loss for Miami. He was great. For me, look, Florida State, they weren't on defense. It seemed like we could not stop the run. And on offense, it seemed like every single pass that was for more than 10, 20 yards just sucked. It was always off target. It was always into traffic. Obviously, outside of Jakeed Douglas's 62-yard catch, we didn't have a catch over 26 yards. That's an issue, considering we have good deep threat wide receivers like Johnny Wilson and like Keon Coleman that are super physical, super fast, can get down the field. That's concerning to me, but considering this is a big rivalry game, you got a loud, packed house in Tallahassee. It's a hard place to play, even if you're the home team. So, yeah, look, I'm happy we won. I'm happy we're still undefeated. And, yeah, I'm happy we're going to remain the number 4 team in the nation.
Yeah, absolutely.
No names. We're moving on. Number 6, Oregon versus USC. Oregon.
This was close.
It was close. Oregon wins 36-27. And the Trojans fall to 7-4.
Oh, 5-3 in conference.
Yeah. Well, there's some teams that are maybe worse in conference play in the Pac-12 that were a little overhyped coming into the season. We'll say. But yeah, Caleb Williams didn't have a bad game per se. Missed a lot of passes though. 19 for 34, 291 and a touchdown. They couldn't really run the ball, which kind of makes sense. But Bo Nix is fucking believable.
Bro, 412 for 4 tutties. Oof.
Yeah. And then he also and then Bucky Irving, 19 carries, 118 yards and a touchdown on the ground. But you have Troy Franklin and Tez Johnson, both over 125. Tez with 7 receptions, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the just absolutely mind-boggling statistic, Troy Franklin, 2 receptions, 147 yards, and a touchdown. A long of 84. Crazy. How do you do that?
Dude, that's insane. And one of his catches, he had another 50-yard catch, but he tripped and ate shit.
Yeah.
And he probably would have had a tutty too. So that could have been 3 catches
for
2 tutties for over 200 yards.
Yeah.
That would have been insane.
Absurd. It's absurd. Yeah, Oregon was just a little bit too much for USC. This is probably one of the better performances in the last couple weeks, at least all around, by USC. Yeah. But Oregon's just too much for them.
Agreed. Yeah. We'd like to see, Caleb Williams is getting that 1-yard touchdown run, or that one rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
He gets every week. But, 19 for 34 is not really something we see from Caleb Williams. Yeah, he still had 291 passes, but 1 throwing touchdown. Come on now. You got weapons. You got Brendan Rice. You got Deuce Robinson, Dorian Singer. Dorian Singer had 1 reception that whole game.
Mario Williams, I don't even think he had a reception. He had 1 pass.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Lincoln Riley's got some things to think over. He does have a bowl game, though. Barely. But let's let's move on to the next game. Number 7, Texas, 29. Unranked TCU, 26. In Quinn Ewers' return. It's inexcusable.
Inexcusable.
You got your starter back.
Here's the thing. Quinn Ewers did his thing.
Oh, yeah.
22 for 33, 317, a tutty, but had a pick. Jonathan Brooks, 21 carries, 104 yards with 2 touchdowns. And you even had CJ Baxter getting in on the fun, 18 carries, 61 yards.
Yeah. Xavier Worthy had a great game as well. This offense was rolling. Defense was ass. You should not be giving up these kind of numbers to TCU. You had Josh Hoover, 24 for 36, 302, 2 touchdowns through 1 pick. Imani Bailey, 21 carries, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Savion Williams in receiving 11 receptions, 164, 1 touchdown. This Texas team should not be giving up these kind of points to this TCU team. This coming into this game, 4-5 TCU Horned Frogs team.
Yeah, shout out JoJo Earl, Alabama transfer.
Yeah.
1 reception for 3 yards. What a guy. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing better than, winning national championships in Alabama.
Well, he didn't.
I'm pretty sure he was a freshman with our last win.
He's a junior right now.
So he came right after our last win.
Yeah. So he's only ever seen Georgia win a national title while he's been in college football.
Yeah. So why the fuck you at TCU?
Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Texas should have lost this game.
Texas should have lost. TCU put up 20 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Texas put up 3 points in the second half.
Yeah.
That's
absurd. That 4th quarter was crazy. I was watching a little bit of it. You look at it, and the 4th quarter, where does it start? Yeah, so it starts, TCU scores a touchdown right at the beginning of the 4th quarter. 14 minutes left in the 4th quarter, they score a touchdown. Texas kicks the field goal the next drive. TCU scores a touchdown, and then Texas punts. TCU scores a touchdown, and then Texas runs out the clock at the end. But, that's crazy.
Yeah, this game should not have been that.
No, not at all.
And we'll talk later on what we think that affects Texas.
Yeah, possibly. But our next matchup, number 8, Alabama, 49, Kentucky, 21. Kentucky choking again against the top 10 team.
Just going to throw out and say that it should have been 49-14. That was a clear fumble, and the fact that you don't even want to review that is absolutely insane. It's so dumb.
Yeah, Jalen Milroe getting it done in the air and on the ground again. 15 for 22, 234, 3 touchdowns. Did throw a pick, though. Jalen Milroe on the ground, 8 carries, 36 yards, 3 touchdowns. Crazy. You guys were spreading the ball out of the backfield a lot. Jace McClellan had 9 carries. Jalen Milroe had 8. Justice Haynes had 6. Roydell Williams had 6. Jam Miller had 6. They were giving out that ball for free. And honestly, like, the receiving game was kind of interesting because, like, you would typically see one of these guys have a great game, but they also spread out the ball a lot in the receiving game.
Yeah, and I think that plays a lot with Jermaine Burton being sick and not being in the game. Kobe Prentice was our leading receiver with 4 receptions for 74 yards and a touchdown. But Jalen Hale really making his Alabama debut, hasn't really played that much this season. 1 catch, 51 yards. Amari Niblack, 2 receptions, 38 yards and a touchdown. And then you got Roydell Williams, two receptions. CJ Dupree, 1 reception. Isaiah Bond, 2 receptions. And it's just like Jalen Milroe was just spreading the ball. He was letting everybody eat a little bit because, coming late in the season, everybody needs to be ready to make plays.
Yeah.
So expect to see the same thing against Chattanooga next week. No, honestly, I think Ty Simpson gets the start. If anything, Jalen Milroe plays 1 quarter.
Yeah. He'll probably play the first half.
Ty Simpson looked good for his little stint.
3 passes, and he had 1 completion for 51 yards.
No, but just he looked much better than other games I've seen him in. He looked a lot more confident.
Remember when you wanted him to be the starter?
Yeah, I mean, I do think he's capable of being a starter. Yeah. And I think because what year is Jalen? Is Jalen Milroe? Is he a junior? I want to say.
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay, yeah. Ty Simpson
still got 1 more year of him.
Ty Simpson. I'm sorry. We'll see at least 1 full year from Ty Simpson after Jalen Milroe.
Or is he going to transfer?
I don't think so.
Don't know.
I don't think so.
Maybe he wants to start as a sophomore, get 2 years under his belt before he goes to the league.
That's cool. Go to TCU.
Maybe they'll make the college football playoff over you guys again. All right, but yeah, Kentucky kind of sucks still. Devin Leary sucks. Ray Davis got shut down outside of his 2 touchdowns. But, yeah, it was
one was a 2-yard touchdown run. I don't care.
Yeah.
He should have never had the opportunity.
Yep. All right, we both get to pick 1 name from each team. No Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Okay. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, Kentucky, Demi Sumo Carnagbe.
Yeah, doesn't count. You can't pronounce the name.
Man.
All right, for Kentucky, give me De'Eric Jackson.
I would assume that's De'Eric.
I like De'Eric.
I don't think it is. Bama, give me Jam Miller.
Oh, I know you like Jam Miller.
Yeah, I fuck with Jam.
I'm going with my guy, Amari Niblack. Fuck,
solid.
That name hits.
It does. Honorable mention, Jamarian Latham.
Honorable mention, Jaheim Otis.
All right. That's all the big games. Any games you want to talk about? Possibly Colorado losing their 6th game in the Pac-12.
Yeah, that. Arizona's hot. Arizona looks good.
They do. They just keep beating teams that they maybe shouldn't all the time.
Yeah,
this is the one they should have won. But
LSU let Florida hang around way too long.
Yeah, they did.
But other than that, Iowa. Duke, North Carolina going into 2 overtimes.
2 overtimes. As UNC does. They can't get the deal done in regulation. I would like to talk about Iowa real quick. Iowa beat Rutgers 22-0. And it was not good. Not fun. So you start off the game, Iowa misses a field goal on the first drive. And then you go punt, 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 Iowa field goal after a 10-play, 37-yard drive. Then you go punt, interception, end of half. Punt, 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 field goal, 5 plays, 54 yards. Probably the most explosive Iowa's looked all season. Punt, touchdown. They get a touchdown. They move down the field super slow, and they burn 6 minutes on that drive. And then they go for 2, and they fail it. Rutgers punts. Iowa, 12 plays, 44 yards and a field goal. Makes it 15-0. Rutgers, first play of the drive, interception. 3 plays later, Iowa, touchdown. Rutgers, punt. Iowa runs out the last 4 minutes of the game. What the fuck?
Rutgers punter was getting some work in,
Dude,
bro.
it was 3-0 until there was 4 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter.
Bro, it was 6-0 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Shout out the Hawkeyes. One of their best offensive performances of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that, bro. They're shit. That's really the only good games. I will say Virginia and Louisville was really close that Thursday
Yeah,
night.
it was. That was a
I don't
really
know if
good
you and
game.
Luke talked about that.
No, we didn't. But yeah, it was a very good game.
Yeah. But other than that, what are we doing? Previewing in the next week?
No, we're gonna do our top 10s. Let's
Oh,
go ahead and get into that. We hit the 2-hour mark right on the head. And yeah, let's get into our college football top 10 rankings. Last week we started with the first couple people out, right?
yeah, like I think we started.
Yeah, we like counted down.
I think we started. We did 12 and 11.
Okay, well I got a 13.
Okay,
Is that cool?
yeah.
Okay. My number 13 is Ole Miss.
That's who I have at 13 as well.
Okay. My 12 is Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay. My 11 is Missouri.
I put 11 Oregon State.
Oh, you have Missouri jumping Oregon State.
I got Mizzou at 10.
Okay. Yeah, I got Oregon State at 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like Missouri's one loss was a close game against. Actually, no. They're 2 losses.
Yeah.
LSU in a very high scoring game, and then Georgia by 1 score.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
No, I thought it was a 15-point game.
Was it 15?
I think so.
I think it was no. It was 9-point game.
9 points.
So 2 score. Still very close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Mizzou at 10.
Okay. I got Louisville at 9.
Louisville is at 9.
They're good, man. Though they have one loss to a very bad Pitt team, they're very good.
Yeah. Number 8, give me Texas.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Alabama
I think
jumps
we're lining
Texas.
Up. Yeah, Alabama had to jump Texas. Oregon, of course, keeps their spot.
Yeah, so we got Alabama at 7,
yep.
Oregon 6,
yep. Washington
5, Florida State 4,
yep.
Ohio State 3.
I have Michigan 3.
You got Michigan 3?
Yeah.
I got Ohio State 3.
This is Michigan's first fucking opponent
of
the whole year.
Here's the thing.
Ohio State has at least beat Notre Dame.
No, those flip for me. Like those, it's like they just like flip between 2 and 3 for the rest of the season. Until
I'm giving Ohio State the benefit of the doubt over Michigan because they scored more points on Penn State, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then Georgia number 1.
Georgia is back number 1 where they belong,
as it should be.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like the easiest list ever.
Yeah, that was.
Tell me who's going to be number 25 next week? Couldn't fucking possibly tell you.
Yeah, I got it. It's Liberty. Liberty's going to be 25 next week.
Could be. Won't be JMU because they can't make the playoff.
Oklahoma dropped 9 spots, or Oklahoma State dropped 9 spots
in the AP.
Yeah,
damn.
9 spots.
Yeah, CFP poll will come out on Tuesday. But for now, you just have to trust what we have to say.
Yeah, 100%. All right, you ready to get into some matchups?
Yeah, let's talk about next week in college football. Only spent 2 minutes on the top 10, so it was that easy.
It was that easy. It's like matchups.
But yeah, there's a couple of good matchups. It's kind of a cupcake week because like it's this next week and there's rivalry week. For a couple of teams, it's cupcake week. For others, not at all. For some games still aren't even scheduled.
Give me Washington, Oregon State.
Okay. Give me UGA, Tennessee. Just a classic.
Give me North Carolina, Clemson.
Give me Utah, Arizona.
Yes, sir. Kansas State.
Yep. Michigan, Maryland. Don't sleep.
Yeah, don't sleep. Talia.
Don't sleep.
Missouri, Florida. I think that can be closer than expected.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the thing.
Why the
Don't
fuck?
sleep.
Why am I getting Division II championship games showing up on here?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
That's annoying.
But yo, give me
Also,
LSU.
fuck the Division III championship. The Division III playoff committee for not selecting 9-1 Barry College. That's bullshit. They lost one game to the number 4 team in the nation who happened to be in their conference, so they couldn't win the conference championship. Shout out to Barry Vikings. Shout out Jared and Jake Wycamp. Shout out Walker as well.
Yeah. But back to what I was saying. Give me LSU, Georgia State.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be a blowout, but Georgia State.
Putting off for the city, baby.
Also, dude, the over-under line is 71.5.
Yeah, because LSU's going to put up fucking 69.
Great. Dude, also, let's see. What else we got?
Yeah, Charleston versus New Haven. First round of the D2 playoffs.
Why do I feel like Ohio or Iowa State could potentially upset Texas?
Do they have the next Brock Purdy on their team right now?
I don't know, but
all right. Bonus treat. 2 shit teams facing off on Friday night. Colorado, Washington State, both 4-6, both 1-6 in the Pac-12. Bonus treat, 63.5 line. You're just gonna get to watch Travis Hunter and Shiloh Sanders pummel Cam Ward all game, and you get to see Travis Hunter catch passes from Shedeur Sanders all game.
Yeah, get out of me, bro. All right.
What?
Grayson, I think it's time.
It's time for a hot take?
I think it's time for some hot takes.
Okay. I'm going to let you start off. You're eager to go.
Ooh. All right, you already know. Alabama going to upset the Dogs in the SEC championship, and we are going to see the Crimson Tide roll into the top 4, baby. Woo!
Are you sure about that?
I am positive, sir.
Okay.
Write it down.
Are you sure they make it into the playoff?
Yeah, hear me out. All right, so listen. Between Ohio State and Michigan, whoever loses that's out of the playoff.
Correct. Possibly.
And here's the thing. You still got the Pac-12 championship as well.
Yeah.
Washington wins. Boom. Oregon's out for good.
Yep.
That's 2 losses. They're out for good.
Yep.
Alabama upsets Georgia. I think that earns them a spot in the top 4. Because if we look at it right now, so Texas not going to come close. They're going to lose another game before.
The thing is that your one loss is to
is to Texas.
Yeah, but Texas doesn't look great, and I think they might continue to drop.
Yeah, but they're still
up there for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not taking that away from you, but if you're trying to say you're better than Texas, first of all, you both have one loss.
Yeah. They're going to have another loss.
They
count me out.
Might have the conference championship.
Listen,
Georgia is going to have one loss, and it's to you. That's it.
Can I say my final 4 real quick? All right. Number 1, give me Florida State.
I don't think they'll be number 1.
Oh,
whoever wins the Big Ten is going to be number
1. What about when they both have losses?
Nobody's losing to fucking Iowa or Wisconsin.
Michigan's getting upset at this next week, bro.
Oh,
Maryland is upsetting Michigan.
Colin, do you remember what happened when you said Maryland was going to upset Ohio State?
Just listen, baby. Just listen. Listen, here, I'm manifesting this shit right now.
Yeah, okay? Have at it, bro.
Maryland upsets Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan then upsets Ohio State.
Yeah.
Both of them. And then, what is it? So then they play each other, right? No, they don't play each other because they're on the same side. Then they got to play whoever wins ahead of that plays Iowa.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah, whoever wins because they'd have the head-to-head.
There is a path.
There is a path.
There is a path. We got this shit.
All you have to do is beat Georgia, and the rest lies in the hands of everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what matters right now. You got to beat Chattanooga, and you got to beat Auburn, and you got to beat Georgia. Everything else lies in the hands of the beholder.
And just wait till Georgia loses to fucking Georgia Tech.
No, that's not happening. Shut up. Shut up. It's enough.
Hey, lock in, because Jalen Milroe is about to take y'all for a ride. All right.
Yeah. To
Cancun football, baby.
Yeah, the Sun Bowl. the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Versus spit me some hot takes, baby. Right. Let's hear it.
There's not a best team in the NFL.
Oh,
I was hesitant to have the conversation earlier because I wanted to save it for now. There is not a best team in the NFL. You can't convince me otherwise.
No Eagles?
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, explain why the Eagles.
Go look at their games. Go look at the results of their games. Week 1, Patriots. They win by 5. We know what the Patriots are now. That's bad. They beat the Vikings 34-28. We know what the Vikings were at that point. To only win by 6 points. So you got a 5-point victory, a 6-point victory. And then their best win, possibly, is over the Buccaneers 25-11. It's their best winning margin, 14 points.
You don't like their best win, the Dolphins?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Commanders, 3-point victory that I believe was in overtime in that first one.
Okay.
Rams, not good. Rams suck. You should be putting up way more than 23 on the Rams. You should be holding them to less than 14. You lose to the fucking Jets with Zach Wilson. You can only put up, with this amazing offense, you can only put up 14 points. Okay, the Dolphins, great win. Great win, but we've talked about the Dolphins are frauds.
Yep.
We have multiple times now. They can't win against over 500 teams. Obviously, over 500 team. Commanders, close one again. Cowboys probably should have lost. They gave them so many chances to win that game. Cowboys end up not getting it, but the Eagles probably should have lost. I don't think their victories are good enough for me. I think the Chiefs are kind of boring. They just don't score enough points.
Yep.
The Lions have that ugly loss to the Ravens. The Ravens now have this loss to the Browns that puts them at 3 losses. The 49ers have the 3-loss skid. Now the Jaguars have now lost 3 games, one of them being to the 49ers. So they're obviously not better than the 49ers. You go down the list, Dolphins, frauds, Steelers. What the fuck? How are they 6-3? Seahawks certainly shouldn't be 6-3. Browns, probably the same thing. Cowboys should probably be better, but they aren't. Vikings, Texans, Bengals. Like, there's not a best team in the NFL right now.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Yeah, I'm glad.
That was some great explanation there, Chris.
Thank you. Yeah, there's not a best team in the NFL. It's crazy.
Yo, are we gonna see a sneaky playoff run from the Texans? Yo, great. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Texans just like ran through the postseason and won the Super Bowl?
Going soupy for the Texans?
Let me get a Detroit Lions, Houston Texans Super Bowl.
That would be insane. First Super Bowl appearances for both teams.
That could happen.
It could. It definitely could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bengals, you might as well come up with a new pick because your Super Bowl pick's not happening.
Yeah, neither of them.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah. Panthers still have the first overall pick.
There we go.
Well, they don't. The Bears do.
Patriots are fighting for it.
No, they've already won too many games.
Patriots are 2-8.
Yeah, I know. Panthers aren't winning another fucking game.
Knowing them, they'll beat the Falcons.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bryce Young will throw for like 400 yards. And
I'm assuming the Giants have their first round pick this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking need that. All right. Yeah, that's Stake Your Claim. That's Second is Short. Make sure you guys are sharing the podcast with all of your friends, family, professors, homeless people that live outside of your apartment, Salvation Army workers that you see outside of retail stores when you walk in them during the holiday season, Shriners. share the podcast with them.
1 second. Just so y'all aren't like, why aren't we getting updates on Sunday Night Football? Here's an update. Middle of third quarter, the score is 9-9.
Yeah,
3 field goals from each team.
I was trying to just lose this game from memory.
I
wanted you to listen to this podcast in the morning and be like, wasn't there a game on last night? Why didn't they talk about it? I wanted you to forget it had happened.
It is horrible.
Yeah, 9-9.
It has caused me to get in last place.
You know how much better it would have been if Zach Wilson got that touchdown?
Yep.
This would be a way cooler game.
Yep. Greg the Legs got 15 points.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, like what I was saying, share with everybody. Like I said, Shriners on freeways, Salvation Army employees, workers standing outside of a Walmart, ringing a bell. Any of them, just tell them about Second and Short. Spread that holiday cheer with your favorite podcast, and make sure that you're looking below us and you're liking and following. That's what Colin's doing right now on his phone, actually. He's liking, following, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Yeah, see, it's his phone's on and everything. Rating 5 stars on Apple Music. Go ahead, Colin, go ahead and show the people how to rate 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I don't have Apple.
Go on Spotify.
I'll go on Spotify. Here we
go. Go on Spotify, you pull up the Second and Short podcast, and I'm sure you've listened to 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. That means you can rate 5 stars on Spotify. So everybody go to the YouTube right now if you're just listening, and who's going to give you a video instructions on how to rate 5 stars, not 3 stars, 5 stars on Spotify.
Here you go. You go to this. You go to the little 3 dots, and you go where it says rate show. Rate it. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Submit. Boom. That's a 5-star rating right there.
How crazy is that?
How quick did that just happen? Like 5 seconds?
Maybe less. Because you're already listening to it right now on Spotify.
There you go.
But if you're listening on Apple Music, I'll show you how to do it. Or Apple Podcasts, I'll show you how to do it real quick. Look, open my phone. Scroll over. Apple Podcasts. Oh, look at that. What was I just listening to? Episode 101 of Second and Short? That's crazy. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
You can't see it.
Done.
You can't see it.
It's done. It's already done. The deed is done. 5-star review right now. Done. Look at that. Look at that. And you can write a review and tell us how cute Colin is. Hey, I'm just kidding. Don't tell him that. Don't do it. I don't need to hear the ego that comes from that. So guys, just once again, make sure you're liking, following, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff.
Pumpkin!
Yeah, what he said, pumpkin. That holiday's far gone now, but yeah, we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. Calling to see you guys next week. Yeah, peace.